that going. Do this. Huh. That's strange. Why isn't that working? How would you play? Huh. That's strange. Hey guys, how's it going? Hey guys, how's it going? He really does, doesn't he? All right, let's see here. All right. Let's get things rocking and rolling. That's on. Good. It's a good one, isn't it? Right. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Tap that screen. Appreciate you guys being here. Oh, let's do. I'll do this one actually. Let's see here. Do that. How about with that live goal, guys? We're going to get things rocking and rolling here in just a second. Let's see. What is going on with that audio? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm having an issue with the audio. Just one thing. I'm not getting something back in my headset here. 1 second. right, there we go. What's that? Hello, Erica. How are you?
I'm fine. I just saw you were live and wondered if you wanted some company.
That is just fine. Nemo is going to be joining us as well, and I don't know how long I'm going to be on, but I'd be happy to have you both for a little while. I do not know how long we're going to do this for, guys. This is a surprise. But given the news, I wanted to talk to some people because what the fuck?
I the text message I sent Matt this morning said, "Oop, no new wars."
Do you like my new picture?
Well, that's delightful, Matthew. I'm glad I haven't just eaten.
Oh boy. Hello, friends. I see you guys down there, Mr. Wheels. Hey guys, I see you. Hello, friends. That one's all over Twitter. We got here. Hey guys. Hello. Yeah, it's wild. All right, guys. We're just getting started here. We need a new shirt. If you are over on the tube and you'd like to have a chat, you can feel free to call in. If you're over here on the Tiki Talks, request that up. We're just getting started here on a Saturday. Like I said, I don't know how long we will be on today, but here we are. So, let's see. Aaron, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
42, Minnesota.
Okay. Would you like to discuss one of the subjects that I have above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Well, first and foremost, I agree with the majority of what he's done, but the big beautiful bill was just a damn mess.
I would agree with you that the big beautiful bill was a mess.
But when it comes to all these local conflicts here and there, this is all same hat, different day kind of thing. It's all been done before.
I don't know what you mean by that.
We have already done a regime change in Iran back in '88.
In 88?
Really, we did?
Oh yeah,
I don't think you mean 88.
in 1988.
Do you mean in the 1970s?
Okay, yep, probably 78. I got a decade wrong.
And what government did that give you out of interest? What government did you get as a result of that?
Well, the PC answer or the truth?
Well, I generally don't ask if I don't want the truth as a response.
Well, it just made a bigger mess in the end.
Okay, so the current Iranian government was given to you by the previous regime change by the United States. Well done.
No, there
Got
was a
yourselves
coup.
into this mess.
There was a coup.
Why was there a coup?
It's a very conflict-burdened area.
No, not really. There was a reason why there was a coup. Why was there a coup?
I would love to be educated on the matter.
Well, why? You just spoke on it definitively as if you knew the reason, and it seems like so now you're saying you admit that you don't know the reason.
I have not read the
What did we do in
documents
1953 along with our friends the British? Hey, Erica.
Woohoo!
What did we do in 1953 along with our friends the British, specifically because of British petroleum?
Suez?
Suez is nowhere near Iran, buddy.
He said 53.
We enacted regime change in Iran because we wanted to stop them from nationalizing their oil because it would jeopardize their and our oil interests in the country.
Yeah, that was fight for the American dollar per barrel. They didn't want it in any other currency.
That's not true. They just didn't want it to be nationalized. They felt like it would jeopardize our interest and BP's interest in Iran. That's all. They just
By the
didn't want it
way,
to be nationalized.
the Suez conflict was in 1955.
So, anyways, that led directly to the Islamic Revolution in 1979.
Yeah, again.
And
same
so that
hat,
was
new day.
100% our fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so anytime that we've tried to do anything in the region, what has happened?
No one takes to Western civilization that well.
That is 100% false. It has nothing to do with Western civilization, and you're 100% projecting at this point. You think that it has anything to do with Western civilization. No, what people don't take to are other people meddling in their countries and colonization. That's what people don't take to.
Again, that's been done forever.
No, it hasn't.
How many British colonies are there?
No one's
How many
Now?
flags?
Now,
Now there are basically none.
How many countries still fly a form of the British flag?
Well, how many are in the Commonwealth now, Erica?
hang on. Hawaii flies a form of the British flag.
It's true.
That it means fuck all that you have the British flag in your flag. Like
But Hawaii was annexed.
by the United States, correct?
It still has a Union Jack in the flag.
Yes, it does.
Oh wait, Aaron doesn't know what the Union Jack is because Aaron's a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. The UK's wavy thingy, the flag of Western civilization. That thing that
Commonly
you do whenever
referred
you
to
like
as the
beat it to
ensign.
those old Steven Crowder compilations or whatever.
Commonly known as the ensign.
Oh,
I serve. I know
look
you
at
know
that, Mr. Eagle reporting me. What is that? That's in 120 seconds, little pussy ass bitch. Okay, bye-bye.
We'll see you in a minute. Nemo, we'll see you back in a minute. Hey, Aaron. The question is, I just want to know, why is it that when you say something like, when you come up here and you say something like they don't take to Western civilization, what do you know about countries in the Middle East? For example, what do you know about Lebanon?
None.
Exactly. You don't even know that Lebanon is a and was for many years a majority Christian country, entirely secular, super modern, incredibly accepting of Western culture. In fact, Beirut is called the Paris of the Middle East. That's where my family is all from, and women there completely equal to men. Drive, shop, whatever the fuck you want. All of the above, right? All of those things. But you know, the thing that destroyed the country was the quote unquote Civil War, which really ended up being factions of other countries fighting within it due to the United States meddling in the Middle East. That's why. Okay? The reason why the Middle East is mostly in the situation that it is in today is because of countries like the United States and the UK meddling within the Middle East. It's not because there is an issue with some of those countries wanting or accepting Western culture. It's because colonizers. That's why. Okay? You wouldn't like it if somebody came to your state and was like, we're changing the way that you live. We're removing you from your home. etc., at all. Right? You wouldn't like that, would you?
Absolutely not.
There you go. So because of that, that's why people are mad. That's why people are upset. And if you think that we're going to go into Iran and we're just going to wipe out the Ayatollah and the clerics and everything's going to be hunky-dory and in a couple of weeks there's going to be a democratic government and everything's going to be fine, that's insanity.
Oh no, there's very few places that America has departed from that we left in better condition than we started.
Okay, great. So we can agree that attacking Iran and doing what we're doing right now is an absolute fucking boondoggle. Thank you for that, Hot Girl Politics. So we can agree that this was just an absolute colossal fuck up, right?
Completely unnecessary.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
You voted for it. Own it.
He's been on a lot of that. I don't agree with a lot of his decisions, but
Hey, you voted for it.
He has made some decent ones.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad those decent ones really outweigh the insane ones for you. That's cool. Yeah.
I didn't weigh them against.
Yeah.
us.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. You're running cover for a P3 murderer and a tyrant. So that's okay, right?
As the last 8 presidents have been.
Oh, got it. Cool. Where you proof that Obama's a P3DO? That's what I thought.
Nice of you to pop in. Stay for a crumpet and a cuppa next time.
Fucking coward.
Damn. Guys, welcome in. Welcome in today. I don't know how long we're going to be on. I don't know how long we're going to be on for. We have the Google Voice number open. Glad you guys are here. Crow, I see in the box. I got you, my friend. I'm gonna. I don't want to overload the panel. I know. I'm with you, my friend. If we want to talk stuff, I'm with you. I will bring you up. Same with you, my friend Jacob. I see you there. I love you guys. I don't want to overload. Fucking Erica.
You sent it to me.
For you, I thought it was fucking funny. Okay.
Extreme Matt out now with more yelling.
I don't know if I put it big. Yeah, there you go. Okay, there you go. It's Matt out extreme now with more yelling. Okay, there you go.
Is it? Oh, it's extreme spelled. Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was going to be like extreme. You know,
that actually would have been cooler. That would have been. That would be. That's very not. That's very not. That would have been a very '90s thing. Like that. That makes me think of the '90s. Like everything in the '90s was like that. Extreme. Like with an
extreme.
God.
Legit. Like. Ironically, the movie Triple X, the first Triple X movie, it's like a time capsule. Matt, I love it.
Would you like me to put this on a T-shirt, Matt?
Maybe. Well, we need to have a further conversation, Erica, about merchandising.
Yeah,
we really do. Because I do believe that is a thing that needs to happen.
Yeah, we're discussing Matt becoming a part of my merch store. And I feel like this is a contender.
I feel like it might be. Would anyone out there be interested in a shirt such as this? Is that a thing you guys would maybe be interested in? Is that a thing? Can I gauge some interest out there? It actually scares me a little bit how many of you are saying yes, but okay. Okay, all right, fine. Okay. Well, then I will speak with Erica about it. I look unhinged in that photo. I will tell you guys.
And that's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it.
I was telling Erica about my last conversation for any of you who were here yesterday for the end of the stream, because obviously Erica wasn't on with me yesterday and Nemo wasn't here. So for any of you, for my last conversation with Raymond yesterday, so he got the brunt of my pent up anger at the end of the day yesterday. We'll just say that.
Oh, I just want to point something out super quick. So somebody in the comments said they've got to be sold in the UK. So the benefit of the merch store that I use is it uses print on demand people all over the world. So if you order in the US, it's printed on demand in the US. If you order in the UK, it's printed on demand in the UK. Oh, no. If it's in Australia, it's printed on demand in Australia.
Excellent. Teddy, hi. I'll invite you to unmute. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Teddy? I invited you to unmute. Oh. Teddy's not. That's not it. Once again, guys, if you're over on the tube, the phone number is open. The phone number is up on the screen. I actually will pop it up and pin it as well. That does seem to help a bit. Please make sure that you are following or you're subscribed to me and to Nemo and to Erica. If you're like, how do I subscribe to Nemo and Erica, you can find their links right below in the description to this video if you're over on the tube. Obviously, if you're over here on the TikTok side, that's a lot easier. You can just hit the plus signs next to their name. If you're like, hey, I hit the plus sign next to Erica's name and that didn't work, it's because Erica's account is private here, but she'll accept you at some point after the live. Make sure you're following my main account, my backup account, and with Nemo, click through and follow all of his backup accounts because you never know where you're going to find him. Also, on my account and on his account, you can find links to his Discord. Click through, follow the Discord. It's a great place for live chat, to be notified when he goes live, all those wonderful things. Lastly, you can find links to support all of us in our bios here on TikTok or in the description of the YouTube video right over there. Okay? We've got close to 800 people over here on the TikToks, and we've got 70-ish people right now on the tube. We're just getting started. I don't know how long we're going to be on, but we would like to talk to you. We'd like to talk to you about current events and what's going on today. And looks like we've got For Real. Hello, For Real. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, but Nemo invited me up. What's up, Nemo?
Hello.
Why'd you invite me up? What's up?
We need opposition.
Oh. How could you be opposed to Trump getting rid of dictators? That'd be kind of weird if you're an American.
I'm opposed to new wars.
Was Venezuela a war?
Yes.
It was, okay. If you consider that a war, then
I'm opposed to neoconservative.
you're kind of on the wrong side of history, I would believe.
No, okay, cool. I'm opposed to neocon dogma.
So then you'd be against all the Democrats as well, then I guess. Who'd you vote for in the last election?
Kamala Harris.
And what did she say about Iran? And did she oppose any of the wars or the military strikes that Biden and Obama did?
Military strikes that Biden and Obama did where?
I mean, there's plenty of them. You can look back. How many times did Obama strike foreign countries?
I think the count's like 1,000, maybe 2,000.
And was the person you vote for opposed to that?
No.
So they're pretty much all the same, right? The only difference is,
Well, I mean,
seems like Trump's able to execute a lot better than the Democrats.
well, you say that he's able to execute a lot better. He did more in half the time.
I think Venezuela was flawless in execution.
He did more drone strikes in
Perfection.
half the time.
Again, this is not a war.
So,
Boots on the
so
ground
Donald
would be
Trump did
considered
more
a
drone
war.
strikes in the Middle East and around the world than Barack Obama did in 8 years in his first term.
Okay. And what's your point about this? I mean,
Well, I mean, you brought up Barack Obama
I
and
get it,
drone
but
strikes, and apparently that was a negative thing until you realized that the guy that you voted for did worse.
I'm not saying Trump is better or worse than Obama. I'm saying, actually, I'm saying he's,
okay. Did you vote for him?
I'm saying what he's doing currently
Did
with
you vote for Trump?
Venezuela and Iran is perfection. He's
Did
getting
you
rid
vote
of
for Trump?
dictators. Absolutely, I voted for Trump.
Okay, so do you think that he's better than Obama?
Yes, I do think he's better.
Oh,
than
okay,
Obama.
cool. So he did more drone strikes all over the world in 4 years than Barack Obama did in 8 years. Reconcile that for me.
I am. I think you're a hypocrite, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm really not.
Yeah, because you voted for someone that supported that type of stuff. Now, since it's Trump, Orange Man bad, it's a big deal to you.
Donald Trump literally campaigned on no new wars, campaigned on, neocon bullshit, fuck all of you, right? Said it to Bush's face, said it to Cheney's face, said it to the entire Republican Party's face in 2016, said it to Hillary Clinton's face. And then what happened? For 4 years, he did the exact same neocon bullshit.
I don't think it's a neocon position. Well, with Venezuela,
you don't think that he was a neocon for the first 4 years of his presidency? He hired John
I'm
Bolton
talking
and Mike
about, right-
Pompeo into his cabinet. Mike Pompeo and John Bolton, the same two motherfuckers that got us into Iraq and Afghanistan. Are you insane right now?
I'm talking about the current situation. Venezuela.
Okay, cool.
You guys all claimed we were going into war.
Let's talk about the current situation.
We must
Yeah,
abandon.
Now you're pivoting. Venezuela.
I'm not.
You guys
You're
were
the-
on
no,
here.
I'm
Nemo,
not pivoting.
you said
I'm
we were
addressing
going
what you
to war
brought
with
up.
Venezuela. Nemo, you said we were going to war with Venezuela. That did not happen. You were wrong. And you're going to be wrong on this one too. You said, oh my God, he's starting a war. He just
Of
went into
nation
Venezuela and the world was going
And
to end and it was going to start World War III. You were incorrect, Nemo. You were incorrect. Can you admit that?
On which thing?
On Venezuela particularly, can you admit that you said it was going to be a war and it was going to go beyond what anyone expected? You said it. I heard everything you said that
Go
time.
beyond what anyone.
And yes,
that doesn't
you
sound
were
like something I would say. I definitely recall saying that it was going to be a war, but
And
going
what
beyond
happened,
what
Nemo?
anyone
Were you
expected
right or
is
wrong?
not a phrase that I use.
Were you right or wrong in that situation?
Hey,
Oh,
guest.
you are desperate.
Hey,
No,
guest.
I'm just asking you.
Hey,
Answer the
guest.
question.
Hey, guest.
Don't pivot.
Hey, guest. No one's pivoting. I just want to play something for you here, real quick.
No. Let Nemo
What?
answer the
What's
question.
that?
Were you
I'm
right
sorry,
or wrong
I'm
about
sorry.
that?
Hold on. He can answer in a second. I'd like to play something for you. You're not going to steamroll the conversation. Thanks.
The failed policy of nation building and regime change.
We're getting out of the nation building business and instead focusing on creating stability.
Our policy of never-ending war, regime change, and nation building is being replaced by the clear-eyed pursuit of American interests.
I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars.
Our current strategy of nation building and regime change is a proven absolute failure.
We will break the cycle of regime change. We must abandon the failed policy of nation building and regime change. Regime change takes chaos.
You've seen how that works over the last 20 years. That hasn't been too good.
Not a reckless interventionist globalism.
We're getting out of the nation building business.
Huh. That's really strange. It's almost like Donald Trump promised not to do any of these things, and then he said that Kamala Harris was going to do these things, and then he turned around and did them.
So is Nemo going to answer my question about Venezuela? And then I'll touch on those sound clips you did. But I want to know, Nemo, will you admit that you were absolutely 100%
I don't give a fuck about Nemo. I'm
wrong?
sorry.
And you too. And you.
I'm so sorry. I don't give a fuck about Nemo's personal opinion.
Yeah. No.
I don't give a fuck about
You're wrong,
Nemo.
too.
I'm so sorry. I don't.
90% of the.
I'm so sorry.
wrong.
We're not asking about anyone's personal opinion. We're talking about the President of the United States who promised not to do any of this shit, and you voted for it, and now
Why do you
he's
have a
doing
live
it.
if you don't care about someone's opinion? You were wrong with your opinion.
What opinion
Nemo
did I?
was
I'm so
wrong,
sorry. What
Erica
opinion
was
did I
wrong.
give? What opinion did I give that I was
On
wrong about?
Venezuela, you said he was going to drag us into a war. That did not happen. You were wrong. You
Has
were
the have
absolutely.
they have
Admit
they
that you were
enacted?
wrong.
Hold on, have they enacted regime change yet in Venezuela?
No.
Fantastic. So it hasn't actually started yet. Now, have they?
Oh my God, no! I'm
Fantastic.
talking about
So now
specifically
that
the
we've
war that
moved
you
on,
said that
so
he
now
was
that
going
we've
to
moved
start.
on, because they
No,
haven't
we haven't
even
moved on.
shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm saying.
Just be honest with your.
I am, and I'll answer
No,
your.
you're not. 'Cause
I
you lied
am,
to
and I'll
him.
answer your question if you would shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm saying. I will answer your question. You're trying to say a couple of weeks later that nothing has happened. They haven't done anything aside from remove Maduro. The entire regime is still there. There has been no other military operation. They haven't done anything else. The minute that they try to take out the rest of the regime, the minute that they try to start taking over oil refineries and oil operations and all of those different things, watch and see what happens. They haven't done any of those things yet. That's what we're predicating that on. So, if you're going to sit here and go, I'm literally in the middle of a fucking sentence. If you interrupt me again, I will just drop you. I didn't talk to you whenever this was going on. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I didn't say that simply kidnapping Maduro was the end of the world. I did say that enacting an entire regime change and trying to gut a country and take over their oil, that would absolutely start an extended conflict, and I still say that it will. Period. The end. The people will fight back. Don't unmute until I'm done talking. If you can't understand what I'm saying, you're too fucking stupid to have a conversation with us. I'm so sorry. Anyways, would you like to have a conversation about the fact that the President of the United States of America lied to your fucking face and you're too fucking stupid to see it, you fucking stupid moron?
I want to have a conversation why you lie to 1,000 people.
Lying? No, that's fascinating.
That's insanity. Like, this is amazing.
I'm just wondering, until regime change in Venezuela is enacted, and until there are boots on the ground, US boots on the ground in Venezuela, who would they be fighting if the regime is the same as it is now? Well, as it was before without Maduro, and there's no US boots on the ground. Venezuela doesn't have the capability of like attacking the US. So unless there are boots on the ground there, or they get a regime that they don't agree with, who are they going to be warring with?
They're not going to be. There's no one to fight with until the US goes in. That's literally the thing that we were saying. Simply extracting Maduro doesn't do anything. In fact, we were sitting here going, they haven't actually done anything to change anything because the vice president just took over. That's literally the thing that we were saying. They were like, well, actually, didn't really do much. It was like, it's an act of war, but Venezuela can't do anything until the U.S. puts boots on the ground. Just like Erica said, go back and listen to what we were saying when this happened. Like, it's really not hard, guys. I encourage all of you to go back and listen to the words that were coming out of our mouths when this happened. God.
Hello, Cobra.
Yeah, hello, Cobra. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
How old are you? What state did you vote in?
I'm 39, and I'm actually from Houston, Texas.
Wonderful. Would you like to discuss one of the subjects we have above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Yeah, we can talk about Donald Trump. I just have one request, though. How much do I need to pay in order for us to have a conversation between us American and not this Erica girl here? She's not even
$1,000 US dollars.
More money than you've ever seen in your life is the answer to that. Cobra was yapping in the comments about me for the whole time since you started up, and then I was interested to see what he would say.
And by the way, saying that with an accent is wild work. Wild fucking work. Cobra, do you want to be an adult and have a conversation with us?
Yes, I'm just asking you a question. If you
Where
don't
are
want to
you
answer
from?
the question,
Where are you
that's
from,
fine.
Cobra? Where are you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
No, you're not. Where are you from originally?
Where are your parents from?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Where are you?
Where are your parents from?
I was born and raised in Houston, Texas.
Where are your grandparents from?
Dead?
They're from dead?
Yeah.
No, they're dead.
I asked where they're from.
Oh, one is from Venezuela, and my mother's from American side.
So you're
Why?
Venezuelan.
I'm half Venezuelan and I half American.
See how hard that was?
Great. So you have an accent and she has an accent. I guess we can agree that you can both talk American.
From a shithole. Yeah, she's from a shithole.
I'm so
In the
sorry.
UK.
I'm gonna stop you right
She's from
there.
the UK though.
I'm so sorry. You live in Texas and you want to. Oh, I didn't drop him. Did someone else drop him?
I did not.
No.
I was looking forward to him knowing fuck about fuck.
Oh, here he is. He's back. I don't want. Okay. Nobody else should be touching him. I didn't drop him. Cobra, I want to explain something to you right now. Nobody in the state of Texas should be calling the country of the UK a shithole. You guys are so fucked up.
She's from a shithole, by the way. She's not even American.
Holy shit. I don't even know where to begin.
Go drink some tea or eat some biscuits, lady.
Hey, bud, can you tell us about how's your power grid doing these days?
Oh, it's doing great.
Oh, really? It's doing great? Really?
So
How are you ranked? How are you ranked in education just in the United States of America? Where are you ranked for education? Forget the world. Where are you ranked for education in the United States of America?
How much money do you want me to send it?
How are you ranked in the United States of America for education? Answer that question.
I would like to.
No, you won't.
Answer the question because.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer it.
I answered it. I get muted.
Whoever is muting him, stop muting him. Don't mute him. Answer the question.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm muted. Thank God.
You're not muted. Answer the
Learn
question.
your place, guys.
Answer the question.
Yeah. So, how much money do you want?
I'm not going to let you move forward until you answer.
You don't want money?
No, I want.
You don't want money.
I don't need your stupid Texas.
You don't want money?
I don't want your dirty Texas money because it's dirty
You don't
and
want money?
backwoods. No. What I want is I want you to tell me where Texas is ranked in education in the United States of America.
How much money?
See, this is why Texas is ranked 38th in the United States of America in public education. They're so fucking stupid.
I agree.
Yep.
I want to say both Matthew and Nemo have spent time in the country that I live in. Would either of you class it as a shithole?
Nah.
I would say that much like the U.S., you have certain areas of the U.K. that are less nice than others, and yet I would still be totally fine with those places, and I would take those less nice places over a lot of the less nice places in the United States of America, Erica.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Skegness, right? I wouldn't go there again by choice. That's in my country.
Okay.
I wouldn't go there again by choice. That is a shithole. However, like arguing that the plethora of amazing places in the UK are all shitholes is just weird. I bet he's never been here. I would put money on it that has never been here.
He's never been. No.
I've walked through the industrial parts of Sheffield, which, if you're at all familiar, Addercliff if that rings a bell. That area. I've walked through that area. I've walked through East London. Piss drunk. Just completely blackout. Physically, I'm moving. Mentally, I'm teleporting to 8 hours from now when I wake up with a headache. I just completely zonked. And didn't have any problems. Which, to be clear, East London and Attercliffe, but especially East London, those are the bad areas. Those are the, ooh, you're from East London.
Yeah, and I've gone, you know, for those of you that know, you know, I've done stand-up comedy for about 15 years and have left clubs on my own at midnight, 1 a.m., and walked back to my car by myself as a 5'1", like, little woman, and I've never ever had an issue.
Oh
Like,
my God,
not
look.
once.
Look, he's back again. I'm sorry.
You
By the way,
want money
Cobra,
now?
can I make an apology to you? I'd like to make an apology to you. I just want to apologize about something.
No, don't apologize.
No,
Never.
no, I'd like to. I was wrong.
I insist.
No, I was
I
wrong.
insist.
No, I was wrong.
No, I insist. I
Hey,
insist.
listen,
No, don't.
I like to correct
No,
myself.
don't.
No. I was
It's
wrong.
okay.
I was wrong.
No, you're wrong. Or you're not wrong. I'm wrong. I'm the one who's wrong here. Okay. I'm the one who's wrong. I should probably make a better offer. How much do you want for Erica to get kicked?
I will tell you exactly how much I want. But first, before I do,
No,
because
no,
I'm
first.
going to get nope. Before I do, I have to tell you that the 2026 rankings came out, and Texas is actually 40th now. I'm so sorry, I was wrong. Not 38th. You guys are 40th in education.
Hell yeah.
America, fuck yeah.
This might get the
That
ESPN.
motherfucking something.
Oh, dude, I had an idea for the fucking sound. Oh, I had a soundboard idea, and I forgot what it is. Fuck. Damn it! And I meant to write it down too. I had a really good soundboard idea. God damn it! Ugh, I should have written it down.
Tara in the comments said that it's 500k to kick me. I don't. Sure. In fact, if you pay me 500k, I'll kick myself.
No, Oklahoma is 48th, you guys. Oklahoma is actually 48th. Alabama is 50th. Alabama's 50th. And my favorite stat going around after the election was that there were 2 states and 2 states only that voted entirely. Every county voted entirely for one candidate. Massachusetts, every county voted entirely for Kamala Harris, and Oklahoma, every county voted entirely for Donald Trump. And Massachusetts is number 1 in education in the country, and Oklahoma is 48th. And I fucking love that. What a stat that is. Food for thought. Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I'm actually sorry. I didn't quite mean to join, but I do have a question.
All right, real quick. What's that?
What do you think the outcome of this whole attack is going to be?
I mean,
how long do you think it'll last, Matt? Like, you, Nemo, and Erica are very smart. How long do you think it's going to last? Do you think that we're just going to be burying people here? Like, it's already happening over there, right?
I think it's going to depend heavily on at which point do things stop, and what does the infrastructure look like there? Like, how much are we going in after the fact and being directly involved? If we're going in after the fact and being directly involved, like, this is, and I fear that is what is going to happen. It's years.
So
we're involved for years.
It's another like second Iraq or Afghanistan.
That's what I think.
So, like, that being said, like, do you think the other the I country that we're dealing with is gonna be with us the whole time, and then like you see the other countries like they're testing out like high explosive things, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like China apparently what I saw, like China, North Korea, they're testing out high explosives to just do it. I think Russia was even on that list.
When you say high explosives, are you alluding
Like,
to nukes, or do you just mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean like nukes. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. But so as far as what I think is going to happen, if you look at the history of that region, so if you look at Iraq and Afghanistan, the regime change part, or rather the decapitation part, is relatively short, and the government building is the long part, right? So we took over Baghdad in like a month and a half in 2003, and then I mean, as far as Afghanistan's a bit different because of how it's structured, but the actual deposing is relatively quick. But it's the occupation. It's
You think of the
building a new
impact-
government.
What do you think
What?
of the impact that it would have on our soldiers?
I mean, like, what do you mean as far as morale or lives
Well,
lost?
it goes into morality, but it also goes into like, so we've seen this same situation. The only difference really right now is that they haven't given a reason, like on a like serious note, as to why we're there. Do you think it's oil?
Iran?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I guess. Like, that's the only thing that Iran really has is oil.
Yeah, and like right out of the straight. So like they're gonna end up closing it down, which is then
No,
like,
they have
causing
already. I
issues
just want to
with
tell
China?
you, no, it's already closed down. They have shut down
Yeah,
the Strait of
yeah.
Hormuz, and just for all of you who are keeping track, predictions now for a barrel of oil as of Monday should be somewhere between $110 and $120 a barrel. FYI,
Which is insane.
To the 1,000 people watching right now, after you send us all $1, please fill up your gas tank today, not tomorrow, not Monday. Now,
right now.
So how do you think the correspondence like with China or Russia is gonna be with this?
So, my understanding as far as Iran is concerned is that they've been closer with Russia than they have been with China. I could be wrong on that. But obviously, we have not been very buddy-buddy with Russia for a while. And China, ironically, I was talking to somebody about this a few days ago. China would use this as a proxy. This is just a proxy for them in the event that they do get involved.
So do you think like, okay, that being said, would we not have already been like already proxied with China in a way
How so?
due to tariffs?
No.
Not quite.
I think the other thing that might be important here is Russia will be watching this right now, and they'll be there. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they're not thinking, hey, this might be a good time to do some more shit in Ukraine, or maybe even like Poland, or why not? Everyone's backs are turned. They're all thinking about something else.
Okay. Fair enough. I didn't mean to request, but I figured I was here. I would ask.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate that food for thought. We appreciate it. I'm going to drop you down. We're going to see if we can get some Trump supporters up, but I appreciate the question. Okay, friend?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Good
Thanks so
luck.
much. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, friend. Yes, Cobra, I do. Politics with Matt Show at gmail.com. Go for it. You're not connecting. If you'd like to re-request, feel free. Guys, if you're over on the tube, feel free to call in. We've got the number above. It's pinned here in the chat. So feel
Hang
free
on.
to...
I have a question. If
Yeah.
Cobra's in the US, why is he using the PP and not the CA or the V?
That's really weird. I don't know. That's doesn't make much sense, but okay.
No, it really doesn't make much sense.
Also, yeah, actually, never mind. Yeah, because you're stupid. I'm not going to take your PP. You need to send it Venmo or Cash App. Otherwise, I'm not taking it. That smells fishy to me. No thanks. By the way, thank you to Melvin. Melvin, you're just too kind, friend, over on the tube. $5 super chat. How many times is the U.S. going to be the Debo of the world? Erica, I look forward to your lovely accent. Matt, I have a coffee mug for you and Nemo. Also, fantastic, Melvin. I look forward to for us getting some coffee mugs and some T-shirts. That's Melvin is doing MAG dot. He doesn't want Make America Great Again. He wants Make America Great, period. And he's putting out a line of shirts. He sent me a couple of the designs via email the other day. So it's good. It's good shit. So he says, already got your PayPal, so accept it. You didn't send anything.
And Matt has not yet set a price, so...
I said $5,000 down in the.
Oh, did
chat.
you?
Yeah, I said $5,000.
You're splitting that with me, right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have to do some conversion.
Hang on,
So
I'm only worth
some,
$5,000, Matt.
we're
What?
We're gonna have to do some currency conversions, though.
Oh, it'll be worth about £3.50.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's gonna be. It's just gonna be a couple of quid, basically. At the end of the day.
Because I come from such a shithole country that my currency's worth more than yours.
I mean, I gotta contractually owe a percentage to Nemo. Then if I'm gonna give you some, then I've got again. There's a currency conversion. Like we gotta. My manager gets 15%.
No. If it's about me, it's
Kermit
only
and I have a deal.
Don't try and con me out of my hard-earned dollars.
Aren't there tariffs on the UK?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Nemo. Was it up till? I think it's like 25%.
No. But that's if Matt's sending me the money, he has to send it to me, and then I have to pay the tariff. That's how.
That's not how that works.
That's how tariffs
work.
Nope,
they've been coming up and telling us that that's not. I agree with them now. I agree with them. I changed my mind.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Also, apparently, it's been a very eventful 48 hours because. Damn, apparently some shit popped off in the UK too. The Greens, I guess, are running shit at the moment.
Well, they're not really. Well, I spoke to Matt about this the other day. They won the Gorton and Denton by-election, which was a safe Labour seat, but which was strongly tipped to be won by Reform. But the Greens won it, which now gives them 5 seats in Parliament. And basically Reform and Labour, they got a similar amount of votes. Reform just came second, Labour just came third. If Labour had stood Andy Burnham in that constituency, they would have won it because he's freaking awesome. Gorton and Denton is the place where so a by-election is what we call a special election. Here. So there was a special election and the constituency that it was in was called Gorton and Denton, and it is part of Manchester, M18.
guys, appreciate you all being here. Please continue to tap that screen to push out to the FYP. Not only help out with my gift goal, but take care of Nemo and Erica as well. Though all of those things do help get us out to the FYP. If you're over on the tube, consider calling in to the number above. If we don't have a TikTok guest, we'd be happy to talk to you.
Somebody just asked if the Greens are good or not. They're like our furthest left mainstream party right now. So the Greens are considerably further left than the Labour Party. And they're not like owned by Russia like the American Greens.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a quick rundown of the positions on the Greens there. The only thing that I have an issue with is their NATO skepticism. But outside of that, okay.
Let's see here. I guess that person didn't load up.
Yeah, Rebecca, they're good. Matt and I were talking about, because I was saying our next general election is going to be like crazy, because we now have, arguably there are 5 parties now in contention to win the biggest share of the vote, but the likelihood is we will still have like a centre/centre left leaning coalition. So yeah.
Sophie, are you a Trump supporter?
No, Matt, but I was just going to tell you that I grew up in Houston, and it's a shithole.
No. Hey, so, Sophie, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I think most of our, I want to say, I've been to Texas. I've been to plenty of very nice places, and I know so many very, very nice people. I really don't mean to denigrate the folks in Texas. And I live in Massachusetts. I live in Massachusetts, and we have some shitty places here too, and some shitty people here too. It has nothing to do with that. It's just that I really don't like when people try to lord it over other people. Like to come out like that is just that's the part. And I hope that all of you fine folks that are listening who are from Texas understand that I don't mean it like that for you. It's just that's to point out to that guest, like, don't live in a glass house and throw stones. We've all got our own issues, So
yeah, because Houston, guys, is dirty. It is full of potholes. There are just billions of billboards. It floods all the time. That's where I grew up. I live in the hill country, beautiful part of Texas. My husband and I vacation in the UK all the time. Erica, I left my heart in the UK. I would live there in a heartbeat. He's never walked the streets of the Cotswolds. He's never walked the streets in Edinburgh or been to the cliffs of Moher. So he doesn't know how beautiful the UK is. And Matt, I would live in Massachusetts in a heartbeat, because every fall I take my parents up there for the changing of the leaves in the New England area. The roads, everything up there is amazing. So, Erica, I'll take UK over Texas any day.
Well, listen, if you think you're getting your heart back, you can, nope, we're keeping it. Okay?
Yeah, it's amazing over there.
You're not getting it back. But I think people who haven't traveled, right? People who've never traveled, what you learn to understand through travel is that there are beautiful things about every part of the world, but people live their lives differently in different countries, and that country might have different things than your country has. It might have some of the same things that your country has. But the beauty of travel is that you learn to appreciate all kinds of places.
Absolutely.
And it's just very clear that guy has never traveled. But travel is also a privilege that not everybody gets to experience. And I think everyone who can should.
Absolutely.
But I've lived all over the world, and I can't think of a place that I've lived that I would prefer to live in than here.
Yep, but I love the UK. I would move there in a heartbeat. And again, Erica, if you find my heart, keep it, because that's where it is. But thanks, guys. Y'all have a good weekend.
All right.
Will
Thank
do.
you. Hi, caller. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Sorry, I've never done this before, so I'm echoing really bad. But I did back in 2020 when I came of voting age.
Okay, hold on. If you're echoing really bad, do you have the stream on in the background?
I have it on my computer. Oh, I can just listen to you. I don't need to have that on.
Yeah,
okay,
you can turn the
that
stream
helps.
off. Yep, there you go.
There we go. Okay. So I did back in 2020, and I wanted to come on here also to say that, like, we, as people that did vote for Trump, some of us have come to realize what a what a mistake that was. And but I did. And yeah, I just want to ask you a couple questions about like some of the things.
Can I just real quick before we get started? I'd like to ask you just real quick, and then I'll let you ask some questions of us. How old are you, and what state are you in?
I am in my early 20s, and I live in Utah.
Okay, and who did you vote for in 2024?
I didn't vote, actually. I couldn't figure out how to do it because, back in 2020, where I lived, the polls were closed, so I tried to do it online, and I was just too nervous to go in and do it. But I don't honestly think I would have voted for Trump.
You don't think you would have voted for Trump in the last election? Okay, all right, that's fine. I appreciate you letting us. Okay, so you're in your early 20s. You're in Utah. You don't think you would have supported Trump in this last election, but you did vote for him in 2020. Okay. What you said you had some questions for us. Normally, I want to go with kind of current events. So are they at least related to current events?
Yeah, actually, it's mostly related to just like a couple things. I've been watching your stream for the past, few minutes.
Okay.
I've been watching some of your streams. I've really liked your content, and I think that you're like super interesting to listen to. And I was just wondering with like you keep using the fact that like Massachusetts has a really high number one, I believe you said, ranking in education. And you use that as kind of like, when MAGA people call in, like that's kind of your big like heavy hitter point to be like, well, we're ranked really high in education, and we, the majority of us voted Democrat. Do you think that has anything to do with the fact that like you guys just have a really high population compared to a lot of other states, and you guys have like Harvard, like really elite level college schools and higher education universities there?
No, because I'm actually just talking about public K through 12. I don't. If I was talking about, because if I was including private education K through 12, or if I was including universities, the rankings would actually be different. Massachusetts wouldn't actually be number one. We'd be a couple of slots down actually if you include like all private schools and private universities. I think Massachusetts drops like a couple of spots. We're still like top 5 or whatever it is, but I think it actually drops a couple of spots. No, I'm talking about just public schools K through 12, because I feel like that's the only fair metric to use across the United States is public schools K through 12. And you would say, well, then, like you said, there's a higher concentration of people. And so does that make a difference? Well, the caller we were just talking to, Texas. There's a much larger population in Texas, and their cities are much larger than ours. Do you know the entire population of Massachusetts is right around 6 million people? That's the entire population of Massachusetts, give or take.
Yeah, I did. I looked up, but it was more like closer to 7, which is not like a huge difference.
Yeah, or maybe it's 7 now. I mean, that's roughly that's
maybe that's still not like a huge difference. Yeah, compared to Texas, which is a really high population.
Right, and so Texas cities, like if you look at them by like population. Now, granted, we're a smaller state, and it's all concentrated in a lot of areas, but like Houston, just by itself, we're talking about Houston. Houston has 2.4 million people in it. Like, that's Houston, like in terms of like people, it's just that there's a population density because of the fact that we're small. But anyways, the bottom line is that the reason that I bring that up is because Massachusetts, for years and years, has been prioritizing education, putting tax dollars towards education, extra money going towards education, anything like that. And then on top of prioritizing education, on top of paying more for teachers, on top of trying to raise standards as much as possible, on top of making all breakfast and all lunch free for all students prior to the federal program and still after the federal program ended, right? We've done that. We've continued to do that. Aside from all of those different things, once we got the millionaires tax in place in 2022, that's added billions of dollars in tax revenue into our economy, and the majority of that is being funneled into education, so much so that we can now offer 2 years of community college completely free to any Massachusetts resident, period. So that means that any Massachusetts resident can go and get their associate's degree for free. And that's because we're willing to take our tax dollars and put our money where our mouth is. And I know that Texas, they get the tax dollars. They're not a poor state. They have the money to put towards education, but in K through 12 public education, they're ranked 40th. That's why I feel like it's a fair comparison to make between those two states. Does that make sense? Instead, I'm not trying to punch down on them, and I don't feel like it's an unfair comparison.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense now that you kind of explained that, because I was a little bit confused on that point. But yeah, that does make sense. And before joining this, I did just a little brief researching, a few Google searches about rankings between, but specifically my state and Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. So I, have read what you're talking about, the fact that you guys funnel so much money into education, and I just think that's so interesting.
Oh. I accidentally hung up on her. I'm here. I'm the worst. I'm going to call her back.
Hello again.
Hello. I'm sorry. I accidentally hung up on you. I apologize about that.
Oh, no. All good. Oh, shoot. I lost my train of thought. Anyways,
you were saying you were doing some research into it, and you checked between Utah and Massachusetts.
Yeah, just, I was actually curious about my own state statistics. And I was going to say, I think it's it's interesting that you guys are ranked so highly in an education and are a blue state, mostly, majority Democrat, versus, Texas, which is a majority red state and has really low education. I thought that was an interesting correlation. Would you say that is a correlation in your mind, that people that are more educated tend to be, more on the left leaning side versus right leaning, kind of saying that right people are not quite as intelligent? Would you say that? And I don't mean it to be in you're calling names or anything. I'm just curious what your thoughts are on that.
Yes, the statistics do say that is true on average. They are more educated people, yes.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I would I would agree, and through the research I've done recently, specifically with the files coming out and just kind of having my whole political world turned upside down, and realizing that people that I thought were good people, and at the very least, I wouldn't say Trump has ever been a good person, but I believe that he was doing good things for the country. And then all the stuff coming out about the files, and how obviously things have been hidden, just totally flipped my political world upside down. And I'm shoot, have I been fooled this this whole time? But yeah, that's all the questions that I wanted to ask you. Do you have anything that you want to ask me, and then I can hop off and let somebody else join if they'd like to?
think my only question for you is, who are you going to vote for in the midterms?
I sound I sound so uneducated. What are the midterms? As in, like, I'm not super familiar with how like politics works. I'm just
You
now
said you were
really
in your
starting.
early 20s?
Yeah.
How early?
Like younger than 25, 24.
I mean, yeah, that's early 20s. Are you are you 21?
No, I mean, I guess it's fine. I'm not like being identified on here. I'm 24.
Okay. So, the midterms, they happen halfway through a presidential term. So, presidential terms are every 4 years. And the midterm elections are the ones that happen halfway through. So, we had the 2024 election, right? That was the presidential election. 2 years later, you have the midterms, right? So halfway through Donald Trump's presidency, more or less. And that is when you elect its
I'm so
predominantly
sorry. Yes.
senators and congressmen.
Yes. Okay. I don't know why that term did not click for me. Yeah. That was such a dumb question. Yes. Okay. Yes, I do understand. I don't know. I don't, because like I would still say that I'm more right leaning. But also I am just so against, I'm very like, I feel really strongly about like the files and all the information that's in that. And I've actually on my own TikTok, I've done a lot of research into like companies and whatnot that were involved. And I don't know. I don't know. I would say I don't think there's a ton of people on my political side, the right side, that I would want to support. So, yeah.
Can I ask a quick question? Is civics part of the Utah school curriculum?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I was just wondering, since you didn't know the word midterm, I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why I didn't recognize the term. But yes, I do know what the midterms are.
Can I make a suggestion to you, caller? Because it does seem like you're in good faith, but if you don't like what's going on right now, and you're concerned about the files, which it sounds like you are, I would strongly recommend that even if you don't agree with everything about them, that you vote for some Democrats, because those are the people that are going to attempt to hold Donald Trump accountable. Okay? I understand that you're saying you don't agree with every policy position. Unfortunately, we live in a two-party system, as I'm sure you're well aware. And there's one party that is willing to actually hold these people accountable, and there's one party that is not. So if you really care about the things that you're saying you care about, right now is the time to get on board and to help put some Democrats in places where they can hold these people accountable. Because I would love to get back to a place where we can argue about small policy differences and vote on that, and not vote on whether or not we think that pedophiles should be in the White House.
Yeah, that is yeah. I would agree with that. And I'm looking at the TikTok, and a lot of the comments here are like, obviously being critical, which, granted, I haven't presented myself very well, but I really appreciate you taking my call. And I will, continue to watch your stream, because I think it's really, interesting, and I think you provide a lot of really good points. And yeah, I really appreciate you taking my call. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good one.
I just want to. Someone in the comments said, quoted you saying, "Unfortunately, we live in a two-party system," and then said, "So you want a dictatorship?" That wasn't the point of the. Unfortunately, we live in a two-party system. I think it's about Matt is referring to having more choice rather than less choice. So for example, I have probably when I go to vote in a general election, I probably have a list of like 7 or 8 different political parties that I can vote for. You might have somebody who has been in, who is the official Democratic nominee, someone who is the official Republican nominee. You might have a Green Party person, you might have a Libertarian, and you might have a couple of independents, but really, there is no chance for any of the others apart from those two. So it's the illusion of choice, right?
Spain, either of you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Spain has 20 something at this point. It's 26 or something like that.
We have over 300 registered.
This is wild. Hello, caller. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Indeed, I did.
Okay, I'm going to put you on hold for just a second, and we'll get right to you, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks. Real quick, before we talk to this next caller, I want to say thank you to Melvin for the $2 super chat. It says, sending out gear Monday, inbox me the address. You're right, Melvin. I had forgotten to send you my address. I will do so. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for the super chat. Also, Soul of Beer Can, the $5 super chat, says we have a regressive tax system in Texas. That's the difference. That makes sense, Soul of a Beer Can. I totally could see that hurting you guys. Do either of you have anything to read off before we move on to the next caller?
I do not.
Okay.
All hail Lord Buckethead.
I would like to read off the entirety of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. If you could just wait a couple of moments.
Right.
No, can I just point out, TJ in the comments, just super quick, is saying we make our choice in the primaries. How do you not know that? I do know that, but there's still, you're making a choice for the official nomination from two parties.
It's the same. Goddamn.
How do you not know that?
All right. We're gonna move. God damn it, TJ, cell phone. Hey, we're gonna move on to this next guest, but real quick, please use those links in the bios if you're enjoying what's going on here today. We're putting in some extra time here today because of the current events. I would appreciate it if the next time that we do this, that my friends don't have nothing to read, and we appreciate your support very much. And also, if you want to bump up their numbers, that's also much appreciated, along with the live goal. Thank you guys very much. Caller, thank you for holding. Can you tell me how old you are and what state you voted in, please?
I voted in North Carolina, and I'm 25.
Okay. Would you like to discuss one of the subjects I have on screen above me, or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Well, you say that he is a bad president, correct? You think that he is a bad president, and that MAGA, ICE is a domestic terrorist group, and that MAGA are not Christian.
Right.
So I would say, on what grounds do you condemn Trump?
On all the subjects that I have above, I'd like you to pick a subject that you would like to discuss. Maybe something that you think that he's doing well that you'd like to speak on.
ICE. Let's do ICE.
Great.
Okay, you say they're a domestic terrorist group. How would you define a domestic terrorist group?
Well, we could start with the word terrorism and go from there. Do you know how to define terrorism, the actual definition of the word?
Yes, it is the means of spreading political change through terror, essentially.
Not exactly. The actual definition of the word. I mean, you're sort of kind of right, but not really, because you really can't use a word to define a word. So it would be the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, usually against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims.
Well, actually, I would counter with another definition. It is not necessarily unlawful. In fact, it is the calculated use.
Where is your definition? Where is your definition from? Because mine's from the Oxford English Dictionary.
And mine is from nh.gov.
What is
it? Is a very government definition of terrorism.
What is
from the FBI?
nh.gov.
And FBI.gov. The calculated use of or
you
threatened
mean
use
New
of
Hampshire?
violence against
Are you using like New Hampshire's
property
website?
or governments to induce fear, coerce a population, or influence policy for political, religious, or ideological objectives.
What? Okay, tell me the exact website that you're reading this off of. Like, can you give me the, like, what's the URL? Like, where are you that you're reading this? I'm just using the actual dictionary.
FBI.gov/investigate/terrorism.
Okay.
Violent criminal acts committed by individuals or groups who are inspired by or associated with designated foreign terrorist organizations. That's international terrorism.
Well, hold
Now,
on.
domestic
Hold on. Time out. Hold on. The terrorism definitions use the word, it says domestic terrorism says violent criminal acts committed by individuals and or groups to further ideological goals stemming from domestic influences. Stemming from so basically the same thing, but again the official definition says unlawful violence or intimidation against civilians in the pursuit of political aims. We're roughly saying the same thing. But again, we will go with the Oxford English dictionary since it is the world standard for definitions. So that's what we'll go with.
Okay, it provides for criminality. So on what basis would you condemn ICE's actions as criminal?
Well, they're unlawful.
They are unlawful to what law? To what rule of law do they not submit themselves?
The United States jurisdiction?
Okay, would you care to elaborate? Because the president is the chief executive. He is the head of the entire nation, and executive action is
the president of the United States is the head of
be.
the president of the United States is head of which branch of our government?
He is the head of the executive branch of the government.
Is the executive branch of our government in charge of deciding who is legal or which laws are legal or meting out justice in this country from a judicial standpoint, yes or no?
That is not a yes or no question.
It really is a yes or no question. It's very simple.
The purpose of the executive branch. The purpose of the executive branch is to enforce the judicial branch, seeing as the judicial branch cannot enforce itself.
But who decides at the end of the day if someone has committed a criminal act?
The judicial system.
There you go.
However,
and so there is no however. I'm sorry, there is no however. You just explained it all to us. It's the judicial system. Now, have federal judges in our country said that ICE is doing illegal things, yes or no?
Yes.
Fantastic. So you've just explained to all 1,000 people listening that ICE is doing illegal things. Thank you.
Not exactly, no. Not at all. You see, it's quite simple. The Constitution is meant to protect American citizens. If you are not an American citizen, you do not have the privilege of being under the
Constitution. It's truly not. It's genuinely, truly not.
We the people,
in the Constitution,
the people are the
people. Okay, right. Except that they make a distinction between people or persons and citizens. They do this multiple times in the Constitution.
Would you care to give an example?
Sure. So, let's see. I'm going off the top of my head here. I'm going to say probably Article 1. It's going to be eligibility to run for the Senate or the House of Representatives. So let's see. Constitution text. Article 1. I'll tell you the section in a second. Hold on. Oh wait, no, that just defines powers of Congress. Okay. Oh wait, no. Hold on.
Is it 3, Nemo?
3 is the judiciary. I'm trying
3.
to find.
No, is it? I mean, Article 1, Section 3.
Actually, yeah, I think you're right. Hold on.
Because is it Section 3 that says the requirements?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, even if you do believe that is indeed how it is applied, I would ask why you think it should be applied this way. Why is it that you should be able to trespass into our nation and then claim our own laws against us? Why is that a possibility?
No, so
and
this is you inserting. Well, this is the. Okay, so there's this There's
Would you agree that it's logical?
Holy shit. Oh my God. Okay. Let me know when you're done.
Oh, I'm completely done. I'm just saying, would you agree that it is logical, the legality notwithstanding, would you agree that would it be logical for people to be able to enter our nation illegally and then use our laws against us to prevent them from being removed en masse? Is that a logical
That isn't the
system?
case. That isn't the case. Though.
How is it not the
And
case?
also, you were saying legality notwithstanding, which implies that you've just conceded on legality.
I did indeed concede on the legality.
So if you conceded on legality, then we agree that, legally speaking, people, regardless of citizenship, are entitled to protections laid out within the Constitution of the United States.
No, I would not agree that. What I'm saying is that the Constitution is the fundamental legal framework of our entire nation. All other laws should be subordinate to the Constitution.
Yes.
I'm saying the other laws are unconstitutional. Therefore,
What
Trump
other laws?
should and can ignore them.
Oh, okay. No, that's not how that works. But also,
It appears to be how it's working because nobody's doing anything to effectively stop it.
Oh, how it's working. So now we're implying that it's okay to disobey the judiciary?
100%.
Okay. You believe in unitary executive theory.
Well, the government, as it
the pause is a
existed
yes.
at the beginning of the
To
founding
the
of our
800
nation,
people in here,
it was meant
the pause is a yes. To anyone that doesn't know what unitary executive theory is, Dick Cheney and the Chucklefuck Brigade of the Nixon era believed in it. They kind of shat it out. And essentially, the president is more or less above the law, and the executive branch has more or less absolute power as it pertains to the law.
Am I able
exactly.
to just...
I would define it as a form of limited purpose.
Guest, shushies. Okay, I just want to point out, just in case anybody hadn't noticed the pivot that had just happened, the guest's argument was, well, show me where it's criminal, because the definition points out illegal or criminal actions as part of the definition of terrorism. So now it's been pointed out to the guests that some of the things they are doing are in fact criminal. He has pivoted to, yeah, maybe they are criminal, but that's okay because they shouldn't have to obey the actual laws.
My point is that all other laws should be subordinate to the ultimate law governing our nation, which is the Constitution. And if these laws are not, they are not in concordance with the Constitution, they can and should be ignored.
But you just said that the president doesn't have to follow certain laws in the Constitution that you don't like.
Incorrect. I said he does not have to follow certain laws that do not agree with the Constitution. And I would say that the Constitution fully supports the notion that due process can only be applied to American citizens because it is a right granted to the people.
You're wrong. You're so wrong. Nemo has already pointed out to you. The framers of the Constitution deliberately use the word citizens in some places and use the word people or persons in others to differentiate. Because otherwise, why? And if that weren't the case, why is the Supreme Court routinely upheld that anybody within the jurisdiction of the US is protected by the laws of the US, including the Constitution? And secondly, why is it you don't just put them all up against a wall and pew them if you're allowed to, because the laws of the US don't apply?
Well, what decision would you point to? What Supreme Court decision would you point to?
Plyer versus Doe, 1982 is the Plyer versus Doe in 1982 is one of the landmark ones, and there's multiple others. You probably don't even know about Plyer versus Doe.
I actually believe I do.
Great. What is it about?
One moment.
What do you mean one moment? I thought you said you knew about it.
Yeah, I am 100 just about % positive.
Great, then tell us.
The Supreme Court cannot deny undocumented children free public education.
Why
this is a matter of
why is that?
And
without even looking at it, I can tell you that you want to read Section 2 of the decision.
and what is contained within Section 2 of the decision.
That's where the justice who wrote the majority decision lays out that the framers meant that everyone gets their rights under the Constitution and the 14th Amendment. Do you want me to pull it up and read it to you?
Sure, that would be great.
Opinions and dissents. By the way, if you guys don't use Justia, supreme.justia.com, it's an excellent resource for stuff like this. You can read a lot of these. Section number 2. By the way, this was. I'll give you all the exact information. Who wrote? Oh, this is Justice Brennan wrote the majority decision. Quote: This is his exact words. I am not paraphrasing. The 14th Amendment provides that, quote, no state shall deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction. By the way, any person within its jurisdiction is in italics. The equal protection of the laws. Appellants argue that at the outset that undocumented aliens, because of their immigration status, are not persons within the jurisdiction of the state of Texas, and that they therefore have no right to the equal protection of Texas law. We reject this argument. Whatever his status under the immigration laws, an alien is surely a person in any ordinary sense of that term. Aliens, even aliens whose presence in this country is unlawful, have long been recognized as persons guaranteed due process by law by the 5th and 14th Amendments. And then they list Shaughnessy v. Maze, Wong Wing v. United States, Yikwo v. Hopkins, and those are precedent. Also, we have clearly held that the 5th Amendment protects aliens whose presence in this country is unlawful from invidious discrimination by the federal government in Matthews v. Diaz, 1976. Is that enough Supreme Court precedent for you, bud?
You needn't approach it in such an insincere term. I have been duly corrected, and thank you on that note. However, really, the tone is rather unprofessional.
So now wonderful. So now what I would like you to admit is that no matter who you are in this country, you are granted complete protection under the Constitution for due process of law.
Well, I would not agree with the interpretation by the Supreme Court. Not at all, not a bit. But however, legally
I'm so sorry. I apologize. You got your degree in constitutional law from which wonderful establishment in this country?
I have not, and I am aware.
Then how would you know better than? How would you know better than? Let's see here. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 6 different Supreme Courts, assuming that they were all 9. That would be 54 different Supreme Court justices. You would know better than 54 Supreme Court justices?
Personally, no.
Then
However,
I guess you would have to admit that you're wrong. I guess you'd have to admit that you're wrong.
I would not. However,
under what basis? No, sir. Under what basis do you have expertise in this field to say that you are correct over 54 Supreme Court justices?
As I have already explicitly stated, I carry no expertise.
Then you would have to admit that you do not hold an opinion in this, and they are correct.
Incorrect. You do not need expertise to hold an opinion. You merely need expertise to substantiate an opinion.
This is not about an opinion. This is a fact.
Constitutionally speaking, through this interpretation of the court, yes, it would be unconstitutional.
It's a fact. So it is a fact. So it is a fact.
Indeed.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Now we agree that you are wrong about your interpretation of the facts.
Sure.
Good.
Also, regarding the person versus citizen thing, it is Article 1, Section 2. So just going to read one snippet related to the prerequisites to run for office. So this is straight from the Constitution, no person shall be a representative who shall not have attained to the age of 25 years and been 7 years a citizen of the United States. Person, citizen. There's a distinction. Because they were a person the entire time, but they didn't have to be, or I'm sorry, they didn't have to be a citizen for their entire life, right? So person and citizen are distinct.
And Nemo, there's another one that I'm loath to admit, but it's one that is a stain on our country, but it's in the 3/5 compromise in that same section, because oh, he hung up. Yeah, I'd hang up too, bud. What I was going to say is that in the 3/5 compromise, they mention that you're 3/5 of any other person, and they did not consider those people to be citizens.
Yep.
Guys, I know that the GIFTING just went away for, I don't know why, but I'm going to send in an appeal. Don't know why. That's weird. It was just a 10-minute thing. Weird. Once again, if you voted for Donald Trump, you can call in or hop in the box here on the Tiki Talks. End line. Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yep.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
23, Pennsylvania.
Okay, do you want to discuss one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Maybe the MAGA isn't Christian. What is the deeper on that?
We're basically saying that the policies put forth by the Trump administration, the legislation that they try to pass, and Republicans in general, they're not in line with the teachings of Jesus Christ or what Christians profess to believe.
So, at least in your opinion, what place does politics hold in, does religion hold in politics?
I don't think personally that religion holds any place in politics.
It's kind of what I'm saying is, so why does MAGA being Christian have anything to do with anything?
Oh,
not being Christian.
It's just the hypocrisy. It's just pointing out an abject hypocrisy. Yeah, because they all
So-
purport to be so Christian, and that's their major thing, and how Christian they are, and how much they want America to be Christian, and yet they don't actually practice Christianity.
Right. I actually agree with that, honestly, because, Trump kissing the wall and everything. I got a bit of a bigger question, though, pertaining to the stream itself.
I'm not really here to answer questions about this stream. Really more about to talk about like Trump and current events and stuff.
Yeah, but your YouTube moderators are fucking ass.
Yeah, okay. You can complain about my YouTube moderators all you want. That's fine. Go cry to someone who cares. Thank you on the tube. Speaking of, to ZNT Neo. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that. Didn't the founders not want a king? How does unitary executive theory not create a king? That is an excellent point. Thank you very much for that super chat. And then normally I don't advocate violence, but with this guest, I'd make an exception. Ouch, Melvin. Okay, let's calm down over there. All right? Calm down, guys.
My favorite thing about that guest was the way that he was talking to you in a condescending manner for like the entire time, or talking to all of us actually in a condescending manner for the entire time that he was here.
Right.
And then he complains about the way that you read the Constitution too. Matt, you're such a condescending reader of the Constitution.
Sorry. Phone line is open again, guys. Phone line is open if you'd like to call in. Probably do a little bit longer. Probably can do like 45 more minutes. Oh, there we go. Speaking of the phone line. Thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh, I actually didn't vote.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Okay, could you turn the stream down in the background, though? We're getting an echo there.
Oh, yeah, here. All right, is that better?
I think so. Could you tell us how old you are and what state you voted in, please?
Yeah, I'm actually 18 and I voted in Michigan.
And what year were you born?
2000 and
That's what I thought. Once again, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump and you are over the age of 18, please call in and have a chat with us.
I just want to point out, if you're going to pretend to be over the age of 18, it's much better to pick a year that starts in 19.
100%. Thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Hello?
What? Hello?
Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
Hey, I just wanted to say that your YouTube mods are...
Oh, no. Cry harder. My YouTube mods are the same as my mods on TikTok. YouTube mods and TikTok mods. They will mute you for slurring. They will mute you for spamming. Anything else is fair game. You can say what you want. You can express your opinion. But if you slur in the chat or if you spam in the chat, they're going to mute you. I'm going to assume that if they muted you, it's because you said a slur or you were spamming the chat.
I think the end of that sentence was going to be, your YouTube mods are absolutely excellent. Congratulations to them. But we didn't get to hear that part because, things.
Because things, exactly. So, if you'd like, call on up and have a discussion with us about politics and not to cry that you couldn't comment properly. I'm so sorry. Sounds like a you problem.
He's still in the comments, by the way, that guy, the end line, or the end time, or whatever his name is.
No, he's not.
Oh, sorry. I must have imagined it.
No, he's not. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Well, Z, I tried to bring you up. If you're a Trump supporter, come on back.
You got his name wrong. It was Zed.
Don't think so. I invented it, so I'm pretty sure that I get to say how it sounds. So
You invented what?
that letter.
And what's it called What's it called, Matt?
It's a Z.
No, but what's it called? What's the name of the letter?
What do you mean? What's the name of
Z.
the letter? It's a Z.
Not in American English. In the language in which it was invented, what's it called?
What do you mean in the language in which it was invented?
What's it called?
Well, I mean, technically, originally it's a Zain.
Okay, so neither Z nor Z. So you telling me that I've got it wrong?
I get to say it
think
how I
you
want.
also
It's
have it
my
wrong.
letter. It's mine.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I like the way I knew I had Matt cornered there when I said, "What's the name of the letter?" And he went, "It's called." It's called. And then you
I had to think about it for a minute.
Stop running from the.
I had to think about it for a
Host
minute.
is running.
In the original Phoenician, I had to think about it for a minute. But
Host is running from the argument.
thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 73, and I voted in the great state of Texas.
Okay. Would you like to discuss one of the subjects that we've got up on the screen or something else that Donald Trump is currently doing right now?
Yeah, whatever. I just found you, and I haven't seen what you're discussing, but yeah, pick one.
Well, the guest usually picks a subject to discuss, and we like to stick to current events. So we ask you to pick something that Donald Trump is currently doing that you like, and we
okay, bombing Iran. Is that one of them?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay.
What do you like about that?
that someone's finally doing it. Someone had the balls to do it. We've had previous presidents that didn't do it, starting with Jimmy Carter.
Yeah?
Yes.
You're acting like
now,
that's a bad thing.
Do what?
You're acting like avoiding bombing a country is a bad thing.
Well, it was, depending on what they did to us and what they did
Yeah,
later,
what did they do to us?
killing the Marines. Well, they stormed our
what did
embassy
they
over
do to
there
us?
in Iran, and they held them hostage for 444 days.
You're right.
Now,
they did,
first of all,
they did hold some people hostage.
First of all, I'm opposed to them going into the Middle East and trying to do regime changes.
That's exactly
Okay.
what they're trying to do right now.
No, they're not. This is totally
Yes,
different.
they're trying to get rid of the Ayatollah, yeah.
No, they already got rid of him. So the deal is, we will see. I don't believe they are. What I've heard from Trump and what I'm hearing from all the talking heads, he's going to give it to the country and let the people do with it whatever they want. And everyone else saying he's going to, regime change and whatever. We'll find out.
Okay. So
you can believe what you do, and I do.
When you do a regime change, just so we're clear, there's a regime in power right now, right? And we are actively taking them out of power, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you said that Trump is gonna let the people of Iran pick a new one.
Yeah.
So
determine their future.
Got it. So what you're telling me is we're changing regimes.
Well, we're ending an evil person that took over, and you can say different, but if you look around the world, when they're Islamic extremists, they're not good for anybody. And he killed, even in this last few days of his control, they killed other Arabs, other Muslims, and the guy's just totally evil. And it's
I mean,
right
I agree with you that he's evil. Your logic
good
there is
people,
odd.
But good people to stand up against that evil. See, we went to World War II. We tried to stay out of it, and the Germans just so evil, and Japan, they were more evil that we found out later. So sometimes you have to rise up and you have to destroy the enemy. So that's the question: who's the enemy? Was Hitler the enemy, or was the West the enemy?
Oh, God, you listen to Tucker Carlson. Oh,
Can
God.
I just say super quick? I didn't think anyone said Arabs in real life. I thought it was like a comedy thing that they just put on, like, comedy shows. Like, what? Somebody actually says it in real life.
Well, they're Arab.
No, they're Arab.
Yeah, Arabs. I'm Texan. We pronounce things different.
Okay,
I'm Georgian.
cool.
Okay.
We don't say Arab.
Okay.
It's Arab. But anyway, I mean, it's weird how you said who was the real enemy. And I mean,
yeah, right.
This is some shit that Tucker Carlson's been on in the last year or so.
Well, I hadn't listened to him in a long time, so I don't know what he's talking about. But the fact of the matter is that sometimes you got to stand up, like World War II.
Okay.
Now, Vietnam War, I'm totally against it. What I found out from people who served in it, lived through it, I totally turned on the reason we were there.
What was the reason?
And it was all to make money, to make certain rich people more money in the industrial war complex. One of them was LBJ, the guy from Texas, who I liked and loved him till I found out who he was. And he was one of the worst presidents we ever had. And there was a joke.
The guy who
when
signed the Civil Rights Act?
He fought it. He had to sign it. He didn't want to, but he did.
What in the fuck?
Well, he didn't really want to do it, but but he ended up doing it.
LBJ didn't
But
fight
there
it,
was
dude.
there was a joke that when he got elected, I was in school, junior high school, when he got elected to the Senate. It said the dad in South Texas came out of the grave and voted for him. And I just laughed at that, because I didn't know what it was, but I liked the Democratic Party, propaganda, I guess. So anyway, but my parents never told us who they voted for. They never told us who to vote for. They never told us how to think. They raised us. I have two brothers and a sister. They raised us as equal as you can raise siblings that are different. And none of us have ever voted Democrat, ever.
Okay.
And there's a reason to that.
What's
the
your
Democrats, they lie. They do nothing but lie.
Oh, okay.
They're lying. If their
Donald
lips
Trump
are
is
moving,
noted to have
now
over
wait a second.
30,000 documented lies in his first term.
Well, prove it. They document it. We'll prove it.
Sure.
The Democrats said men can be women. Men can have babies.
Donald Trump said no new wars. He said he
True,
ran
but
on no new wars. He ran on no new wars.
Okay, are we in a war now?
I would say yes.
Yeah, I mean, like,
and what are you using to come to that conclusion?
We're still in Iraq. We finally left Afghanistan. That was under Biden.
Okay,
we have the presidents in.
I was against those wars too.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad you're against them. Guess what? We're still fucking there.
Because it was the same as the Vietnam War.
Okay. So what you're telling me is that Donald Trump doesn't have the balls to pull out of Iraq? Is that what you're telling me?
I didn't know we was in Iraq to that extent.
You didn't know?
I know we have some
okay.
some bases there, but we're not carrying out military missions as far as I know. But
our people are still getting hurt over there, dude. There was a rocket attack carried out in 2020.
I think they killed 3 soldiers in one of the bases we have there. But we shouldn't ever been there. But like I mentioned, it's like Vietnam. Certain people make tons of money in wars. Because what I was going to tell you,
is, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you see your screen at the moment?
Yeah, I can.
Cool. Can you read the headline from the Washington Post on the screen right there?
Well,
do you need me to make it bigger for you?
Yeah, I'll make it bigger because I'm trying to figure out where it is.
It's in the middle
of
the screen, top of the screen.
Okay, it said MAGA isn't Christian?
No, sorry. It'll pop up just in 1 second. You might be on a slight delay.
Okay.
Yep, it'll pop up white in the middle of the screen.
Okay. Well, let me finish my point. The U.S. has the greatest military ever. There's no one that can stand up to us. Even China can't. Russia, we found out, there's pitiful. We should have won the war in Afghanistan, all those places in no time. But we hung around for what? 15, 20 years? Hello?
15, 20, what do you mean?
We were over there fighting that war for 15 or 20 years, weren't we? Afghanistan?
Yes. 20-ish years, that's about right, yeah.
Okay. We could have won that war very quickly. Do you think we could not have?
It wasn't about winning a war. It was about having to stay there because we were oh, my God. I can't... Okay.
You were nation building at that point rather than still being in a war. But I just want to point out the dictionary definition of war: a state of armed conflict between different countries or different groups within a country. By that definition, yes, you are at war.
Okay. But how many troops we have on the ground?
It doesn't
matter. That's not in the
Okay.
definition.
So we probably have less than 3 dozen specialists. But back to the Middle Eastern wars, we went over there. We could have.
Hold on. Have you seen? Hold on. Do you see the headline on the screen?
No, I still don't.
Is your stream paused? Is it live?
Well, I don't know if it's live. There's a guy on there that has a goatee, dark-haired.
That's me. Is it paused, or are my lips moving?
Well, you're not moving.
Then that means that it's paused. Can you move the slider all the way forward to live so that you can see the headline that's on the screen?
Okay, I'm looking for a slider. I've got a new phone. It's not an Apple, and I hate the son of a gun.
The thing that I have on screen for you is from the Washington Post, and it says Trump's false or misleading claims total 30,573 over 4 years. It's the thing that Nemo was telling you about just a few minutes ago. So if you're voting based on who is lying to you, why would you vote for the president who verifiably lied more than any president in modern history?
Come on. They've all lied to us.
Wait a second. You just said the Democrats lie.
Are Republican.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, I'm going to stop you right there. No, they don't. You're lying about lying.
Yes, they do lie. They all
Great,
lie.
then I want you to show me where Biden or Obama or George W. Bush or Bill Clinton or George H.W. Bush or Ronald Reagan or Jimmy Carter or Gerald Ford or Richard Nixon or Lyndon Baines Johnson or JFK or Dwight D. Eisenhower or Harry F. Truman or FDR or Herbert Hoover or Calvin Coolidge or Woodrow Wilson or any of them verifiably lied this many times in a 4-year period, sir. I will wait for you to provide that evidence to us.
You're saying this corrupt newspaper has calculated all
you mean the
lies
corrupt newspaper that's owned by Jeff Bezos, who contributed millions of dollars to Donald Trump's campaign, sir?
Could be. I don't know. But what point was I going to make there? Back to Bush from Texas. I voted for him, liked the guy. After he left the office, I found out things about him. I do believe the 9/11 was an inside job, just like the assassination of John F. Kennedy, and his dad was on the CIA during that. And now there's speculation about all this, but evil people cover up for evil people. And it's just like the Epstein file. I believe there's tons and tons of people in there, but they are so rich, so powerful, we will never.
But not Donald Trump, right? Not Donald Trump.
He's in there, but he didn't go to the island. He didn't do those things. So all the
Do you think that the crimes only occurred at the island?
No, I heard at the ranch he had new. I heard at the ranch he had in New Mexico.
And his New York properties, his Florida property in Palm Beach, which just so happens to be right next to Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
So, are you telling me that Donald Trump didn't commit crimes?
Have you been to Palm Beach?
Why the fuck would I go to a shithole like that?
I have no idea. I've never been there either.
Yeah. No, I hate Florida. I live in Georgia.
Live in Georgia? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, people can make claims all they want to, and you got to back them up with facts. And,
all right, cool. So what are the
saying
facts?
Trump
What
is on
are
there
the? I
and
mean,
he's
like,
guilty.
if we can play this game, dude, there are no quote unquote facts as it pertains to Bill Clinton. But I'm sure that you believe that Bill Clinton is guilty, right? I also do. But he hasn't been proven guilty in a court of law, right?
That's true. You're
okay.
correct. I think
so. We can agree that Bill Clinton probably is guilty of some shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So
him and
the
Hillary.
same thing is true for Donald Trump, because I mean, you can point to how Bill Clinton had a relationship with Epstein, right? Donald Trump's friendship with Epstein was much closer. And it was far from the only relationship that he had with people who then subsequently were found to be P3DOs. People think that, like, for anybody out there that thinks that Jeff is the only one, he's not. So Jeff absolutely ran a massive ring, okay? But he's not the only one. There was Jean-Luc Brunel and Brunel, and there's another one that ran a modeling agency.
The one that. Oh yeah,
I know.
I know who you're talking about.
I know you're talking. It actually did pageants. Also, I know who you're talking. But
Wexner?
The name.
Is it Wexner?
Well, it was what's his
Casablancas. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you. Thank you, Doug. Gemini, y'all kick ass. Casablancas. That's it. So those two, they were subsequently found to be predators, right? I think that one of them actually mysteriously offed themselves in a prison. So yeah, man. I mean, Donald Trump was close with them, and in fact, Miss Teen USA or whatever the fuck, whatever it is, Trump's thing was called, was basically
I thought it was Miss America, or Miss USA.
Yeah, Miss Teen USA. Yeah, it was used as essentially a vehicle for getting women to those two chocolate fucks. So yeah, I mean, you can say that, oh well, it's just people accusing, and I mean, I guess, but also
it's haters are going to hate.
Is it haters? Like, is it though?
Okay, all right. Let's go back to before Trump ever said he was running for president. Everybody in Hollywood, politics, wealthy people loved him. There's pictures of him with everybody. Then when he declared, they all started turning on him.
Dude,
why would they turn?
I hear this narrative all the time, and it just doesn't hold up, man. Like,
okay,
if you want to sit here and say that, oh well, Hollywood loved him back in the day, and then
they did.
He became Republican, then everybody hated him, dude. I mean, he was hanging out with celebrities after he declared his presidency.
You know, they did sort of the same thing to Ronald Reagan, not near as bad. Though in Kennedy,
well, I mean that could have been because Ronald Reagan, well before he became president, fucked over everyone in the Actors Guild. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know about that. Could have.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. Ronald Reagan, way back when he was still doing acting, right? Whenever he was just an actor, he ended up fucking over everybody in the. I can't remember. It was. I think it was the Film Actors Guild, whatever.
It was the Screen Actors Guild. It wasn't. It was a Screen Actors SAG. It was SAG. I'm pretty sure because of McCarthy.
Yes.
Okay. The point I was going to make to that was people did not like Reagan. They didn't like JFK or Trump because there wasn't any outside money funding their election process.
Dude, are you crazy?
So
what? Dude, what? No. To make him go a separate way. No. Pause. Pausington. Mr. Pause. Okay? Holy fuck. What? JFK.
What do you touch?
JFK. Like there's the conspiracy that even tinfoil hat people will tell you that JFK was funded by the mob, right? I mean, the Kennedys were rich, sure.
Now
they were a wealthy family, but also the mob definitely had something in there. All right.
Well,
now as for you said that Reagan, you said Reagan wasn't didn't have any outside money. Iran Contra.
I don't know how that'd be tied in with him. All right, back to Kennedy. You still there? Hello?
You don't know how Iran Contra is tied to Ronald fucking Reagan?
No, refresh my memory.
Do you know what Iran Contra is?
That was a shawl, wasn't it?
No. Okay, maybe if I say it differently, Iran Contra. That's how a lot of people say. Iran-Contra, does that ring a bell?
Well, yeah, that terminology is familiar.
Okay, all right.
I can't remember what it is. Remember,
I'm gonna give a
73.
very, very simple thing. Like 20 seconds. Somebody time me. Okay, so Iran-Contra was basically, there were Contras that were revolutionaries in Nicaragua, and they were rising up against what was potentially communist influence in Central America. Reagan did not like that, funded the Contras, even though the Contras were also running happy substances into the United States to fund their shit. But to do that, we had to sell weapons to Iran illegally.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's less than 30. That was pretty good.
All right. So where does that give money to Reagan to run for presidency?
Oh, you're talking about to run for the presidency. I thought we were just talking about,
yeah,
okay.
right. I'm saying
so
the money that backed the candidates. Normally,
I mean, you say money to back
Kamala.
the candidates, dude. Reagan was governor of California well before he was a president.
Yes, and he had money, and he funded his own. Now, he may have had some buddies that helped him out. Trump funded himself. Kennedy, I know his dad funded.
Nemo.
Trump did not fund himself.
Hey, just out of curiosity. Hey,
listen
caller.
Kennedy,
Hey, caller. Trump didn't fund himself. How much money
who funded it?
Well, let's start with Elon Musk. How much money did Elon Musk give Donald Trump?
That may be the second time.
Oh, you want to talk about the first time?
Yes. And with Kennedy, now his dad.
Hold on,
was
time out. We're
involved
not
in
talking about JFK. JFK
Well,
was over. I don't fucking care. JFK was over 60 years ago. We're talking about now. So, if you want to talk about now and Donald Trump, if Donald Trump self-funded, why did he start a company, a separate entity, to fund the election that took contributions and then paid into his own corporation but never paid out from his own corporation? Isn't that very weird?
It would be, but I haven't heard anything about that, though.
Well, it's almost like you don't know what you're talking about at all.
No, that he didn't have outsider money that controls what he does.
So
you look at Kamala Harris, they spent what?
I thought we weren't talking about this election.
No, I'm talking about people in general when there's money back in them.
Great. Then why did Donald Trump take $300 million from Elon Musk?
I don't know, have a big party or something? To build a
to have a big, he took $300 million to have a big party before the election, or did he use it on the election? And then he let Elon Musk run roughshod over our government and get your data and my data and do a bunch of shady shit that we don't know about and fuck with our government. You cool with that?
What did he do? What did he do with our government?
Oh, let's see. Let's start with gutting the FAA because he didn't like the fact that, excuse me, I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence, Grandpa.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Turn up your fucking hearing aid, Grandpa. I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence. I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence, Grandpa.
Every time you say
I am in the middle of a fucking sentence, Grandpa. I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence, Grandpa. Every time you interrupt me, I'm going to put you on hold. Turn up your fucking hearing aid if you can't hear me talking. Now,
man, you're
the way
such
that
a liberal.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I offend your fucking sensibilities, you fucking hick?
It's your ability not to understand what Doge did.
Oh, really? Why don't you tell us all what Doge did, Grandpa?
He found corruption.
What corruption did he find? Tell us all.
All right, let's go with USAID. Okay?
What corruption did he find? Go!
Over $1 trillion went through them, and it's an NGO, a non-government organization. There is no transparency. They don't know where one penny of that money went.
Really?
Where did it go?
Here's the.
Go?
That's amazing, Grandpa.
Right.
Hey, Grandpa. Here's an amazing thing.
It went into
hey,
Minnesota, other places.
Hey!
Let me answer what I'm going to tell you.
If you think that $1 trillion went through USAID, I hate to break it to you, Grandpa, but only $36 billion was allotted to them in a year. How did $1 trillion go through them in fraud?
Over the years.
Over what years?
Since they were in the fake business.
Since when?
Whenever the Democrats started funding the NGOs.
Well, do you know who gave money? Do you know who USAID gave money to?
A lot of
They gave money to Elon Musk's companies. So was Elon Musk participating in the fraud?
Well, it depends on what rules they have for giving that
Oh,
money
well,
away.
holy shit. I guess then, well, it depends then if they were. But guess what? Do you know what Elon Musk did, Grandpa? Elon Musk gutted the agency because they were investigating him for fraud. Now let's move over to the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, where they were shut the fuck up. I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence, you crotchety old grip. I'll just talk while you're on hold for everyone else because you can't seem to fucking listen. Turn up your fucking hearing aid. Anyways, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, which he gutted, was investigating Tesla for over 600 different instances of possible fraud. So he gutted them, and then they shut them down. Oh, and then there was the FAA that was investigating SpaceX. What did he do? They axed the head of the FAA, and they gutted them. Crazy how that shit works. I know that you're on hold and that you're only hearing music and you're not going to hear this, but everyone fucking else is going to hear it. Now,
can you hear me? I love it when I get under your skin, man. It's just joy.
I know. And you know why? And you know why I don't really care? It's because you're going to die soon and the
I
world
don't
will be
care.
better off for it. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Okay.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh, now I can hear you. Sorry. Hi, I am John. I am 27 years old. I live in Texas, and I did not vote for Trump, but there's a particular subject I think I could defend quite well.
Okay. Well, we're just really looking for Trump supporters at the moment, though, friend.
Oh, well, I mean, I support certain things he's done, especially over Biden, I'll say.
Well, okay.
Like, does it have to be a Trump supporter, or are you able to, like, argue the argument itself?
What is it that you would like to discuss?
I think this administration is doing something about the general mismanagement that happened at the HSS and ORR when it came to the placement of UACs, that being unoccupied alien children. And there's a few topics, and I'll give you a moment to respond. I'm not going to ramble on or anything like that, but because they have already tackled the majority of the massive backlog of reports involving undocumented children. We know that previously 11% of migrant children were placed with unvetted sponsors who were not their parent or legal guardian. We know that the vast majority of biological parent-child relationships are never verified. We know that children were released to locations that did not exist. We know that they failed to conduct home studies to many children who are under 12. And we know from whistleblower testimony that
what are you reading from, dude? I'm not here to have you fucking read something off.
I mean, okay,
no,
well,
it isn't.
let me give you a
Dude,
moment.
I am not really into this. No thanks. I'm good. Guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, call in. Let's have a conversation. Yeah. Let's see. We got somebody here on TikTok, I think. Martin, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh, I think I hit it by mistake.
That's okay, friend. You have a good rest of your day.
Absolutely not, by the way.
Okay, we appreciate you, Martin. Have a good one.
Sorry.
Yeah, right, Terry. I'm not going to ramble, and then I don't. I'm not here to get into the dive into the deep minutia of a single subject voter. No thanks. I don't want to. Some people don't understand consent. They can't take no for an answer, apparently. CC, you're not connecting, but if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Let's have a conversation. Thank you, S Buds, for the jewels over on. Okay, well, on the tube. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you very much. Okay, took care of that. Guys, while we're here, we appreciate you with your support. Appreciate you guys. We have links in the bio, not just for myself, but in Neo's bio, in Erica's bio. You can find links if you want to offer additional support to us, or if you'd like to do so here on the Tiki Talks. You know how to do that. If you're over on the tube, you can find links right here in the description, or if you'd like to send me a super chat, you can do so right there. Just a little extra time. Just because on a Saturday, current events and whatnot being what they are, we're normally here Monday through Thursday at 10 p.m., usually here with my friend Nemo, and then Friday afternoons with my friend Erica. So today you get a double dip. You get a double dip. All of our worlds colliding for fun and profit. The profit will come at some point, I assume. So.
Speaking of which, thank you. This is from earlier. Krisha said, for the 24-year-old grew up Mormon and not deconstructing yet.
I took the dog for. I was taking the dog for a walk when you were speaking to the guy who didn't have his deaf aid turned up. And it's quite late at night here. My neighbours must have been like, "What the fuck is that noise?"
Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Hello. Thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hi, I just wanted to say I love what you're doing, and I just wanted to hear myself on TikTok.
Okay, friend. I hope you have a great day,
man.
Okay, take care. Cool. I mean, hey, you know. I was just told by one of the YouTube mods, by one of our terrible YouTube mods, by the way, apparently, that the YouTube chat wants a shirt that says, "Turn up your hearing aid, Grandpa." Thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I am 26 and I voted in Illinois.
Okay. Would you like to talk about one of the subjects that we've got up on the screen or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Well, I think that his policy in Venezuela is pretty hard to argue with.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Well, Maduro was a pretty vicious dictator, and also that oil was developed by U.S. oil companies. All that infrastructure was built up by U.S. oil companies when Maduro nationalized it. Also, Maduro is a fascist dictator who nationalized infrastructure built by U.S. companies. So that's pretty straightforward. I would like to hear your response.
So So Maduro did all that, and also when you say that oil was developed by U.S. companies, I'm sorry.
No.
What
I
was
said
it?
the infrastructure.
I
Oil is a
understand.
natural
I'm
resource.
sorry. Yeah, I understand
Well,
that.
no, well, you said
I'm a
I
little.
said that.
If you had let me finish what I was going to,
You wouldn't let that old man finish. You screamed at him to turn up his hearing aid. He was being perfectly reasonable with you.
No, he wasn't. He was interrupting everything that I was saying. And if you're going to tone police me, I'll just drop you. So if you have anything else to say,
Okay,
say
drop
it now.
me. Respond to my.
Cool story, bro. Now, if you want to call back and not be a little bitch, we can have a conversation. That's fine. It's totally fine. We can talk about Venezuela and how you were wrong about everything that you just said.
Oop. I just want to, just FYI, if Matt says if you do that again, I'm just going to drop you, and you say, fine, drop me, what Matt's going to do is drop you. He takes direction very well.
Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hey, nice crashing out at your chat. Super sick. Nice crashing out. That's super funny to watch.
I couldn't hear what you were saying, caller. You should try to enunciate next time and speak a little louder, like speak clearly. Thanks, though. If you're gonna call up and like mutter something into the phone, like I don't know, like I couldn't hear what you said.
I heard it. I can translate. He said,
Sebastian, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
23, Massachusetts.
Okay. Do you want to talk about one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
You're gonna make fun of me, but I was gonna ask you a question. You should do a Patriots lives, NFL lives too.
Oh yeah, you're this guy. Yeah, I hear you, man. No thanks. I know, I hear you, but there's plenty of people that talk sports, but
yeah, but I know. I'm just saying you seem to know what you're talking about when it comes to it, and you said you're a season ticket holder for Red Sox and stuff. So maybe just some extra stuff to get your face out there on TikTok to talk about.
Yeah, appreciate it. That's very kind of you, but no, I'll stick with politics. I'll leave the sports to the sports guys. But thank you.
All right.
Kind
Sorry.
of you to say. No, it's okay. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Though.
Have a good one.
You too. I mean, it's nice to say. It's fine.
Matt, I'd like you to do lives on women's fashion, please, since I'm pretty sure you recognize a dress when you see one. So if you could, just get your face out there a bit more, that'd be good.
Do you want me to model the fashion while I do it?
Sure. I'm not, whatever floats your boat. I'm not yucking your yum, Matt, if that's what you want to do, but
Sizing is hard for me. That's the problem.
I'm in that place as well. I tried on 4 different sizes of jacket the other day, and yeah.
Erica, check your pee-pee.
You leave my pee-pee alone, sir.
Buzz, calm down. I know, Neil, you're right. Why aren't sizes standard? It's so frustrating. Also, Nemo, I had to tell you, I wasn't sure what to expect this afternoon from people. I have no idea what to expect in terms of like guests and people. I thought for sure that everyone was only going to want to talk about Iran. So this is.
Do you mean Iran and the Arabs?
Yeah. It's a weird one.
It's weird.
I want to, sorry, Buzz is sitting on my knee panting. I want to thank the Proletariat for his £3.08, who said something along the lines of, I've bought an album at auction by Wolfie something, and I think I might be a revolutionary. What do I do? The answer is listen to a different album or revolution. One of those two.
Hello, caller. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hell yes, brother.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
45, Arkansas.
Okay. Do you want to discuss one of the subjects that we have up on the screen or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Donald Trump is a hero, brother.
Okay. Do you want to discuss some policy that he's implementing or something that he's doing that you like?
Everything that he's doing is good. This is exactly what everybody voted for. We love Donald Trump. He is such a great person. Hello?
Shall I just no new wars? No new wars. He ran on no new wars, but now that you're in a like he's warring, you're
Well,
like,
let
no,
me
that's
explain
fine.
something to you. The reason why they ran on no new wars is because we don't want any new wars. But here's the thing. When you got some sand nigger threatening to kill America.
There we go. Okay, TikTok, we removed that guest immediately. Thank you. You know, I have to say, I actually thought that was a troll. I was like, this can't be real. This is a troll. Nope. Yeah.
Can we have the guy that said Arabs back, please?
Yeah. So it's funny because I was really mad at Arabs because that one personally like really gets under my skin. But I have absolutely had, especially in the South when I lived in the South, I have had a couple of people call me that one. That brings back some memories, some good old boy memories. It's good times. So, yeah. But Trump supporters, there you go. It's you guys.
Out of interest, is Iran considered the Arabian Peninsula or no? I don't think it is it? Too far north.
In the Arabian Peninsula? No.
Yeah. So they're not, then Iranians are not therefore Arabs, are they?
No, they're Persian.
Arabs.
Yeah. Sorry, Arabs, yeah.
Yeah, because that would only encompass.
It's like, it would be like Yemen, with the other one that's down the bottom that I can't remember the name of. The UAE, Saudi Arabia,
Qatar,
and that's probably it.
Yeah, it's really not much. Yeah, it's only
Oman.
It's Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, the UAE, Oman, Yemen, and Saudi Arabia. That's it. So those are officially the only ones. I thought that was I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was a troll. I was like, this can't be real.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But damn, that went south real quick.
I just don't. Right. Okay. I want you guys' opinion on this. When people say things like that, do you think that's a phrase that they commonly use, and they don't know that they shouldn't be using? I can't imagine that's the case, that they don't know that that's not acceptable.
Definitely not that one. Just because it has the N word in it. Like, there are certain phrases or terms that are actually based in bigotry or like stem from slurs that most people don't even know are actually pretty offensive. Like gypped is an example.
Yeah.
Because that stems from gypsy, which is a slur for the Roma people.
It's also a slur for Irish travelers.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But so the other one that I find that Americans don't know is SPAZ. Which is from a longer term that used to in the history describe people with physical disabilities. And a lot of the time I know who was the singer who used it in one of her songs and then had to take it out because I can't remember her name. There was a singer who Lizzo, that's it. Lizzo used it in one of her songs a couple of years ago and had to re-release it without that in because it's definitely, that's been a slur here since I was a kid. Like it's, and kids don't even use it now. It's kind of out of common usage.
Yeah, nobody. I've never heard anybody like my daughter's age or around her, or the kid. She's like middle school adjacent now. Like I've never heard any of them say. By the way, thank you, Kathleen, for knocking out that gift goal. That was very, very kind of you. Thank you. By the way, guys, as we do that, please make sure that you're taking care of Erica and Nemo while we're still up. I can still do probably a little while longer. Doing those things helps keep us out in the FYP along with tapping. You can also find support for us, links in our bios. If you're over on the tube, you can find those links right down in the description, or you can help out with super chats from me if you would like. I appreciate those. So thank you guys very, very much. The thing with certain words, I think that there are ones that are those in between ones. Like for example, there was a guy up the other day who used the term Oriental, and he was older, and I was like, that's one where I'm like, you're an older guy who was probably like the age of that guy that I was talking to there before, and I'm like, okay, I would give you that you maybe don't know that this is no longer an appropriate term to use. Like I'd be like, that one is like, I'm on the like, okay, fine. That like that. But then there's other ones where I'm like, there's no way that in the last X number of years you wouldn't know that that's inappropriate. Like that one, obviously, that guy just dropped is because of the fact that the N-word isn't it. We're like, you kind of know. Even if
the N-word has been firmly a slur for centuries at this point.
So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. Yeah. Good times. Good times, guys. Fun stuff.
Yeah. I was trying to think of other expressions because I was reading something about it the other night.
So here there's a word that begins with P and is a shortening of the word Pakistan or Pakistani, which is a slur. So I don't know whether that's a common one used in the US or not, but
no.
Well, here's the problem with that word, Erica, because people here use that word all the time, but it refers to a liquor store.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, which is kind of it is amusing, but it's like it has an entirely different meaning. Yeah, you guys know exactly. Yeah. So.
Well, here for a long time, like a little corner store in a city, Oh, Buzz, stop it. Go eat some food or drink some drink. Stop it. Get off me. Oh, I'm being interfered with by a canine. Anyway, here people used to say the pea shop on the corner. And now that's, everybody here is obviously aware now that that's a slur and shouldn't be used.
Well, I should point out that here in the United States, that word that we say it's because in the United States or in the Northeast, it's a package store. It's a package store. That's why that's the shortening of the word to packy. That in that sense. So, but anyways. By the way, that phone call was the previous guest.
The elderly fellow?
No, the fellow who used the...
that one. He thought you were going to let him off again.
Yeah, wow.
He's like, she's not making no...
Whoop.
That was a mistake. Nick, I've brought you back down. And also, that being the case, I'm just going to... Yeah. You guys think that you can only block people on TikTok. You can do so with Google Voice, too. It's very, very handy. Very nice.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Zachy Vader?
That's some falsetto.
All right, I don't want to be mean to a friend. Hey, Zach, that's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. You got a voice, friend. Good for you.
Somebody said, "Is that Erica?" No, that's not me. If only.
Yeah, I definitely can't hit falsettos. Like that is a skill.
Women don't really have falsetto. It's not really a thing that women's voices do. But they do go naturally higher, but we can't really do falsetto.
Yeah, your vocal cords don't. It's not the same thing that male vocal cords have that we can do the thing that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Let's see here. We got that. Our friend Crystal wanted me to share this. This is from ProPublica. This is an intern who is in charge of the terrorism prevention team, and I want you guys to see this kid's face. He is, wait for it, he's 22 years old.
Just point of order. Is the head of terrorism prevention a job you want an intern doing? Just out of interest, I feel like that would be like a paid employee's job rather than an intern.
Isn't that the guy that was formerly known as Big Balls? Isn't that the same guy?
I think it's the same guy. Actually, there's there's the ProPublica article here. Let's pull this one up. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. Heritage Foundation, yeah. Oh no, it's CP3, known as CP3. I don't know if it's the same.
Oh,
I don't think it's
because that's encouraging.
Yeah.
How is it that you can be 22 years old and have the hairline of a 32-year-old?
Hang on, what did you say his name was? CP3?
He also cannot grow a mustache. I would like to point that out. Like, I need you guys to I know it's hard to see, but he cannot grow a mustache.
Why do you have a robot from Star Wars in charge of your terrorism prevention and he's an intern? There's so much wrong with that. I can't even go into it.
To be clear, those are not zits. Those are not zits.
By the way, I realize that I have a large mole on my face.
Where? What? Where's that mole? I didn't see one. Nope. Mole. Oh, shut up! Mole, 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 mole.
I have another question.
It's amazing.
Sorry, I went to Marks and Spencer's. I'm eating a chocolate. The eyebrow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you put him back
sorry,
up?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. There we go.
The eyebrow, is that a choice for the photograph? Or is it always like that?
You think it's like permanently tattooed on like that or something?
Well, maybe he just has a facial issue on that side. I don't know.
Crystal was the one who sent this one over. Are you pleased with yourself? Are you happy with yourself?
I am. I just wanted to get everyone's consent because I'm going to clip all of that. That was completely intentional because I was doing my Twitter scrolling whenever Matt's live, and it came across that, and it broke my brain, and I was like, well, if it broke my brain, then I have to break everyone else's. So you're welcome, and I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because do we feel safer now? Does this kid make you guys feel safer? I don't so much. Should we start practicing duck and cover again? Is that a thing now?
Oh, hang on. Some people in the comments are suggesting that he may have had like Matt Gaetz Botox person. And that's why this happened.
Fire that person.
Oh no. Oh no.
You're DN, yes, you are correct. I'm not sorry even a little bit. Kaylee, bye.
Bye, Crystal. All right, that's enough of that guy. Ugh. That's
I just want to remind everybody of when Matt Gaetz looked like an evil character from a cartoon. Can we just remember back to the good old days when, Matt Gaetz had the bad Botox and then still decided to go talk at a Schnazi rally? Do you remember the good old days?
the good old who doesn't miss those days? The days of the Matt Gaetzes when this was what we had to worry about right here, guy. Look at that. Jump scare.
It really was. It was like if Jack Nicholson and Gary Busey had a neglected son.
All of his facial features. I think it's one of those. It's like a magic eye picture, but all of his facial features look like they're within the bottom third of his face, like of his head.
Yeah,
which is it's just a weird look.
Weird. It's just odd. Ryder, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh, look who it is. Yeah. You kicked me last time because you got debunked, and then you ended your live because you said that Brett Kavanaugh said that ICE can go up to people and arrest them and detain them for their accent. Not to mention that was secondary.
It's
and
because
not
that's
first.
literally what he said, dude.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
No,
I
he
read.
didn't.
I read the.
You
I
got
read the
debunked
decision.
and
I
you
read
dropped
the.
me.
I read the decision. No, I read the decision.
And you ended the live because you were so embarrassed.
No, I didn't. It's on
You did, though.
YouTube.
You did.
It's on YouTube.
You
I
literally
didn't.
did.
No, I literally didn't.
You literally did. What the decision
If
was.
I ended my live right after, then why did I sit there and read the decision out loud after I kicked you?
You didn't read the decision. You very
Literally
inconveniently left out. You very inconvenient.
But I'm not here to relitigate how I absolutely fucking made you look like a moron last time. Do you have something you want to talk about, or should I move on to someone else?
That's why you dropped me. Yeah, what are we talking about? What do you want to get debunked on this time and run away from like the little weasel you are?
So
you guys are very easy
we
to
didn't
debate.
establish this last time. what's your nationality, your background?
Well, is it because I have an accent?
Yeah, you can
I thought
accuse me of being
America. I
racist. I
thought
don't care. If
America.
you want
No,
if you
I
want to
don't think you're
speed run
racist.
it,
I'm
I
not a
don't care. Go
liberal.
ahead, call
I'm
me
not a
racist,
liberal.
call me whatever, blah blah blah.
No,
Answer the
no.
question.
Listen, I'm not a snowflake. I
Okay,
will
cool.
call
Answer
you
the question.
hypocritical, but I won't call you
Could you
racist.
answer the question, please?
Let's see. Do I want to answer? I'm black. I'm South American, but I'm black. I moved here when I was 7 years old. So if you really
Guyana?
are interested, I'm not that interested of a guy,
Guyana?
but there you go. No, not really.
Trinidad.
Trinidad is not South America. No, you were right the
Close
first
enough.
time. I am Guyanese. I was just fucking with you. I am Guyanese.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so what exactly? I thought America was this country that didn't have a national language, and then here you are. Where are you from? Show me your papers. You have an accent. Oh, you sound an awful lot like the
I
person
didn't ask you for your papers.
Yeah, you kind of did. You kind of
No,
did.
I kind of didn't.
Yeah, you were seeing if I am indeed an American citizen. You know, I look at the
I didn't ask you
comments
if you were an
and
American citizen. I can hear an accent, which means that
yeah,
you
but
are.
your side of the aisle doesn't believe in that. You don't believe that America have a national language. So fundamentally speaking, then anyone with an
You're
accent
correct
belongs
that
in
America
America.
doesn't have a national language, but we
You see how
definitely have.
contradictory that is?
Dude. Hold on. So you're correct that America doesn't have a national language, but it absolutely has accents.
And what are accents derived from? Not only are we statistically smarter
Accents are
than people that
derived. Well, I mean, accents are derived regionally, right? And so I can tell
No.
that your accent is not regionally from here. It's not that complicated.
Do I have an American accent?
No.
Exactly. So where are you getting at?
What do you mean?
I literally and I speak multiple languages. So you said that accents are derived regionally, and you are correct.
Yes.
What is the primary determinator of whether or not someone have an accent? Is that they speak multiple languages.
No.
You're a
The
genuine.
primary determinant of
No.
of someone's accent is who raised them.
Hi.
Don't go down that rabbit hole, my
Hi,
friend.
person with an accent here. What languages do I speak?
You're from the UK. You speak English.
Right. So the primary, well, I actually speak a bit more
Now
than
I
that.
can make the argument of whether or not
hang on.
UK
So
English is.
the primary determination of whether you have an accent or not, or where your accent is from, is not necessarily language. Nemo was right.
It is
It's the
language.
region. No, excuse me.
No,
It's
it
the
is
region.
language. Regional is secondary.
Then how do I have a different accent from Nemo and
This
Matt?
reminds me of a conversation I had with somebody where I say I'm gonna delineate that very well.
How
Give
do
me-
I have a different accent from Nemo and Matt?
let me
and
delineate.
my accent is more different from theirs than yours is.
Let me delineate. Let me tell you how that can be, because other than the fact that two things can be true at once, it's the sort of thing where you lack the ability to understand nuance, right?
No.
I can say
Sorry.
You absolutely do.
Zip. So you said the primary.
It is language.
Stop. The primary determination.
Language.
You can't have more than one primary determination. So when
I never said there were more than one primary determinator. See, this is why you have to listen and not be so quick to show me you have an accent, right? I never did once say that you can have multiple
I'll be as quick as I fucking like to show you I have an accent. Don't you dare. Who do you think you are?
I don't think I'm anyone. I'm just saying.
Now I remember why I dropped this guy last time.
So, Erica, let me show them how incapable you are of really having intellectual conversation. I can say that the majority of Asian men are below 6 feet, which is a statistical fact. And you're the type of person that will say, that's not true. I know an Asian guy that's 6'5". Well, you lack the capacity to understand that both of us can be correct. And when I say that,
that's called a straw man, sir. You just
no,
made a
it's very well.
No,
it's very
because
well
you didn't
applicable.
ask me the
It is
question.
applicable.
Excuse me. You didn't ask me the question. You decided what I would answer to that question yourself. That is a straw man.
That is essentially what you did.
You didn't
Because you
ask me the
literally said,
question.
look at me,
You
I have
didn't
an
ask
accent
me
and
the
I speak
question.
English. I never once say that you need to not speak English to have an accent. So you proved my point very well so. So you lack the capacity to have a nuanced intellectual conversation. And I think you know
No,
that, but you're being disingenuous.
you lack the capacity to have any conversation because you
Let's
don't let
move on.
anyone
You're
else speak.
stalling. Let's
So
move
you
on.
don't let
Don't.
anybody else speak. And we can't be stalling because you haven't brought up a topic. What are we
Well, I
stalling
just wanted
from?
to show that you guys don't come in good faith. You guys are all
You
here
don't
making
come
your
in good faith
money,
because you just made
and
up an argument that I didn't make.
you guys want to sit here and pick on people who maybe don't keep up with politics and make your money and act all smart when you're very easy to debate and you're very unintelligent.
By
Well,
the
except
way,
for Nemo.
by the
He's
way,
kind of
sorry,
smart, but he kind of lets it slide with you guys a lot. So
Ryder, did you say it's statistically true earlier on? Did you say it's statistically true? You said that we are smarter than you guys. Do you mean the right wing over the left
statistically
wing?
speaking, someone with an accent, and in general, someone who
Oh,
speaks
someone with an
multiple
accent.
language,
Okay.
someone who speaks multiple languages does have a higher IQ than someone who just speaks one language.
What's
Yes.
IQ? What does IQ stand for?
I have no idea, to be quite honest.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to a question. Okay, well, that proves my point. How you want to go find the statistics
It's
on Google that shows that I'm right?
It's intelligence quotient, just so you know, and it's
Okay.
problems. It
So if I
specifically
ask you a
refers.
question that you don't know
It
the answer to, does
specifically
that make
refers.
you?
It's specific. I'll keep talking. It specifically refers to problem-solving ability.
I
It
know
is
what
a
an IQ
measure.
test is.
Excuse me. It is a measure of one type of intellect.
So was I incorrect when I say statistically? And this
I
is
have
how I know
no
you're
clue.
disingenuous. I
I have
am
no
not
clue.
incorrect. Okay, go look it up. Go look it up and come back and get back to me.
Why? I'm not disputing.
I know you guys like to pick on little, and this is what the guest did last time to drop me because he was so embarrassed. He wanted every excuse to kick me off the live. You're gonna nitpick on a little fact. At least I was honest, right? I could have sit here and stall and say I don't know what it. I know what it is,
Well,
and then look it up. But I'm an honest guy, and I wish you.
I thought you were talking about right wingers over left wingers, and I was going to say statistically you're incorrect because statistically people on the left are more
See, now
intelligent than
that's
people
a
on the right.
different conversation. I never
Well,
once brought up politics or political
I
affiliation.
thought that that's what you were saying, you see, which is why I asked you
And if
about
you
it.
thought that of your own volition, you knew damn well that's not what I was talking about. You chose to
I
thought
actually
that
didn't,
for your
otherwise I
own
wouldn't have brought it
convenience.
up. I
You're
wouldn't have brought
smarter
it
than that. I watch you a lot, and you have a British.
I wouldn't have brought it up if I had thought that you were talking about something else. I would have just not mentioned it.
Square this circle for me. How the hell did you arrive at a conclusion that I was talking about political ideology from languages?
Holy
Make that
Christ.
make sense.
Because this is a
Holy
political
mother of
live.
God.
Right. So where the hell did you get? I
Dude,
specifically said
you were just
languages.
complaining about nitpicking tiny facts. Oh my God, this is such a conversational cul-de-sac. What in the fuck? Like, do you want to talk about politics?
Yeah, but your
Let's talk about
Erica
politics
down
then.
there,
Jesus
she is
fucking
so
Christ.
obsessed with her little British accent.
No, like, I mean,
Not-
there's no point in dragging out what was a simple misunderstanding for 10 minutes because you're just trying to insist that you're not wrong or Jesus.
I am not
man.
wrong.
It was a simple
Statistically, I
misunderstanding.
am not wrong.
Oh my God. Talk about politics.
Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, sir. I was just calling into these, listening to everybody fight and argue.
Yeah,
And,
hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
as a matter of fact, I did vote for Donald Trump.
Okay. Can you tell me how old you are and what state you're in, please?
I'm actually, I guess I'd be 50 now, just under the age of a dinosaur.
Sure. You're not that old, friend. I'm in my 40s too, so let's not go there, okay? All right.
Don't worry, we're still outrunning 18-year-olds. I still outrun 18-year-olds. I play pro sports still. I just recently retired from professional athlete, so I can still outrun an 18-year-old. It's okay. I was just had a question about what happened to civility and conversation and common talk.
Donald Trump.
Yep.
And let's be very clear about this. Last year, I didn't vote because it's a joke. I'm tired of all the games. Until people can sit down and have a conversation, and not this. All they did was cuss each other out and every type of bad thing back and forth at each other, which led to a show. And like our first thought process was, let's stop watching this. And then I saw the phone number and I was like, well, what happens if one person calls in and says, yeah, can we actually have a rational debate? Are we able to do that? I mean, and the reality is, let's be very clear. I'm not red or blue. I'm not choosing the Bloods or the Crips. I'm going to go ahead and choose green. I'm a retired veteran who's been exceptionally hurt all over the U.S. And so until we can have a rational debate, said by the dumb grunt, we ain't going nowhere. None of this is going to get fixed. These two anointed children keep fighting like it's all they have. If we just put our weapons down for 20 minutes, came to a rational discourse, I'll bet some of the smartest minds in the world from across the country in the same room together could fix all of this overnight. I haven't heard them do anything but fight with each other. Are they going to debate something soon?
What are you talking about?
The two people that are on the phone, they've been like literally just at each other's throats.
The people on the phone?
Yeah, there's two people that are on the phone for this phone number. And both of these individuals are just at each other's throats. They're saying they're having a political debate. I guess the debate just has started now. But in the beginning of the debate, all they were doing was calling out bad things about each other and saying how bad each other of them were.
Okay,
and that it's Republican and Democrat. But I believe differently. I believe you can choose the Bloods or the Crips, or you can choose civility.
Okay, are you talking about the conversation that we were just having with the previous guest?
Yeah, those two that are on.
Okay, so what you're referring to is there was a guest who had already spoken to us that we had to remove because he wouldn't stop interrupting us while we were trying to have a debate with him. Then he decided to come back up and complain about the fact that we removed him because of that fact. That was probably what you caught the beginning of. So you caught a little bit out of so you caught a bunch out of context there. So I would understand why you might be confused, but there's a lot of out of context there. So, but anyways, moving forward from that, what Nemo was just trying to explain is that Donald Trump is the reason why we're in the position where we're in. It's why we are lacking in civil discourse in politics, because when you have the president of the United States who calls one side the enemy, when he says that you need to enact violence upon them, when he calls them names on the regular, when he literally makes fun of them when they get hurt, and promotes it, that's what's going to happen. So, what I would like to try and explain to you is that if you want to understand why we are where we are, then if you voted for Donald Trump,
I got a 27-year career.
Then the answer, if you voted for Donald, what I'm saying is that if you voted for Donald Trump and you want to understand where we're at, then I would strongly recommend that you take a look in the mirror.
That was actually the first election. And this election, the Dominion voting booths are clearly doing what they're doing. Nobody's brought up the Dominion voting booths. Why don't we have an honest, out in the open, per paper, by person election?
You want an election with paper ballots?
That's a good question. Why don't we have an actual where every single person in the vicinity, everybody knows who can vote in every city. There's a certain number of people that can vote in every city. There's a certain number of delegates. Okay, so why don't we do that and have a group?
What you're
describing. I'm not red or blue. My thing is that there has to be a civil way in the middle to come to the demands of all the people. It doesn't.
What you're describing is all mail elections.
Well, and you could consider that depending on where the information ends up and who's in charge of that information, the Dominion voting booths are not the best option. We've done this better before.
You're describing all mail elections.
All mail elections?
As in, we do all the voting using the postal
You're
service.
talking about the actual vote outs, the way that the United States military does it. And I'll be honest with you, that has failed me twice. 2 times in my military career, I was not able to vote because the ballots either didn't make it to it or from the recession. So 6 times in my life as a veteran, I have had the ability, also in California, to vote. I've had both of my abilities to vote and stolen by the Dominion voting booths in California a few years ago also.
There are no, okay, you keep saying it, and I'm pretty sure that you're baiting. So I'm not going to say the name of the company because fucking hell.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Why do you start
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Oh, okay.
Why do that?
Fuck. Let me know when you're quiet.
You almost had a real discussion. You almost got to have a real discussion.
Said that you're a veteran, then I would expect you to exercise some self-fucking discipline when other people are talking.
I'm the one that's baiting now. No, but there is respect and discord, and you did not have that just now. That was the point of me calling in.
Yes, I don't
remember?
respect people who insist on interrupting me.
I didn't finish my statement. Discord implies one person speaks upon returnment. Discord then, in the other reverse, is considered by the courts and democracy as allowing the other person to finish that statement. That is discord according to the definition. Don't let the Marine thing confuse you. That doesn't make me a dumb grunt. It just makes me a soldier that likes to play in the dirt. That's why I own a farm.
Okay, so again, so we can do all mail elections. We can just do that. California does it. In fact, I think that there are 5, maybe 6 states. So California, Washington, Oregon, Utah,
Morgan Hill, California, and San Jose, California all use the Dominion voting booth. The reason being is because I own properties in Morgan Hill, San Jose, Virginia, and North Carolina. And they all do the same thing. There's no difference. I can prove it to you. I wouldn't come
when
to
I
you
say
without
all
the
mail
receipt.
elections, what I mean is that there's no voting in person. It's literally done 100% by mail. If you just want to talk about states that have the capability of doing absentee ballots, fuck. It's like I was in the middle of a sentence. It's like I was literally in the middle of a sentence.
I put him on hold. I gave him a little timeout.
So, again, as far as the ability to do absentee ballots, yeah, plenty of states, I think almost all states, have the ability to do absentee ballots, right? Which is just voting by mail. And they have different requirements for that. Fuck, dude. Oh, my God.
Do you have any other words than
Can
fuck?
you please be quiet?
I put him back on hold. I'm going to bring him off hold. I'm going to explain to him what's happening. Dude, stop talking.
Dude.
Yeah, stop talking.
Dude.
You're the one who just bitched and moaned about decorum, and then you keep interrupting. Stop interrupting when someone else is talking. Just stop.
I was apologizing.
Then don't apologize. No one needs to apologize. Stop talking and just let him finish what he's saying. I'm going to put you back on hold. Stop talking.
Do you know why
just
people have an
fucking
issue
stop
with your
talking? I don't fucking care.
Dude,
just shut the fuck up and stop talking. Just shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the. Good. Stay shut.
Fucking grand if you could take me out on a paintball field, brother. I'll meet you there anytime, any place. That's
I don't need to take you out on a paintball field. I don't need to take. I don't need to. I don't.
Thought process.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna take. Meet me on a paintball field.
Paintball field.
You want to take me out? You take me out on a delicious Red Lobster dinner for cheddar bay biscuits like a man.
This feels like the beginning of a new heated rivalry. Oh God!
It's legitimately hilarious.
All right.
You meet me on a paintball. Do you want me to try and explain to him that? He might respond better to my dulcet tones.
And yet it's on air.
is the fucking problem.
Oh no, he's still going. He's still going.
Well, he was talking the whole time.
Excuse me,
Because
sir.
you're on the radio
Excuse me.
too, you fucking
Excuse
idiot.
me. Excuse
There's
me,
people
sir.
listening to you. Who do
Excuse
you
me,
think
sir.
this is? I'm sorry. Nice to meet you. What the fuck is
Excuse
wrong
me,
with
sir.
you? Talking to
Excuse
people
me,
like that,
sir.
you fucking idiot.
Hello,
You're
sir.
just a YouTube.
Hi.
That's
I don't know whether
100%
you're
a
aware,
YouTube,
but
not a routine.
you're currently talking over a woman. I don't know whether you're aware. I'm
I
sure
don't give
that
a
your
fuck who you are. What
your
the fuck? What's that got to do?
sensibilities.
Where'd the
I'm
man
sure
go?
your
Why'd they put the
sensibility.
woman on the
Apparently,
phone?
that doesn't
Bring the
matter.
man back that just told me to shut the fuck up. Bring that Girl Scout back. Because we have a Girl Scout troop over here.
Anyway,
21
I'm just gonna keep on talking because
Dude,
apparently that's
please
how we
have
do
it.
this now.
Please
We just
have that
scream
Girl-
over the top of everybody else.
Back on hold. He doesn't even know.
He's still going to be talking. He won't know he's on hold. He's just going to still be. If you can hear a random man somewhere in your street, shouting, you may want to call the cops and get like a welfare check. Maybe, because, yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else have any? I mean, this is a lost cause, right? So, Crow, I was gonna have you try to like reason with this guy as like a fellow vet. I thought we might have a.
Yeah, I figured that's why you messaged me and said you could come up now, and then you went all weird and like, look here, I know you're about to remove me because you only have so many slots that you like to have people up for. So,
do you want to talk to him though? I mean, maybe you want to try if you want.
And I can try, but I think he's already like committed to the yelling.
Yeah, he's probably committed. All right, well, I'll try one more time, but then I'll let you have your piece, of course, my friend.
Yeah, they got scared.
Scared as fuck.
You're on,
Good?
Crow.
Scared as fuck.
So,
What you got? Anything tonight?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I also serve. Like,
Yeah,
nobody else on the panel is a veteran. I'm a veteran, so I'm trying to talk to you, veteran to veteran, right? U.S. Army, 13 Fox,
Mob,
OF,
Special
OEF.
Operations, Amphibious Reconnaissance Battalion, Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. What are you?
U.S. Army, 13 Fox, Al-Taji, Iraq, OEF, OIF. I was under Bush and Obama.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. It's just us. I don't give a fuck if they are on the phone. I'm the fucking Marine who brought down the helicopter in Bagram, or Bagran, or Bagrin, or however the fuck you all want to say it. That was me. I'm the one that took the fucking plate in the head, brother. And I'm here right now working on a child molestation case in Halifax fucking county in Virginia, where we got sheriff deputies who have access to children. Where are my brothers at? Put that on the air. Get the fuck down here and help me. This man has access to every child in the city. This is blowing up all over the fucking news. Y'all want to play this Republican Democrat shit? God damn it, step up, soldier. We motherfucking need you now. Now do you understand? Marine.
You good?
We need your help. Come back to us, help us. Run the center, you're green. You ain't red or blue.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
I just very quietly rolled my chair back over to my records because I'm finally sleeving the record collection. I'm like, okay. Made Matt a graphic. Everybody's welcome to it. Just ask me for it. It's a very fun graphic. It's a very fun graphic for the topic everybody's going to be discussing the next few days. It's a little sticker. You can put it over any of your backgrounds. Because I have a very, very specific stance on if you are a warhawk. If you are a warhawk, I'm going to have a very brief conversation with you. And that conversation is going to be, which branch are you interested in joining? And then I'm going to provide you the maximum age of enlistment and the recruiter's phone number. Because I'm of the opinion that if you're going to warhawk while I'm sitting here, a disabled U.S. Army veteran, who has put flags on caskets the first time we were in the Middle East, then I expect you to be willing to do exactly what the fuck I did. And before you go, well, I have a job and I have a career, I'm going to remind you of people like Pat Tillman, who had a career making more money than any of us will fucking ever see, was about to be the face of the NFL, and still fucking left served, and then was unfortunately unalived in Afghanistan. Or motherfucking the king of rock and roll, Elvis goddamn Presley. He also served. So if you're going to go and say, I can't join because I have a career, shut the fuck up, nut up, and don't fucking warhawk them.
Ted Williams. Ted Williams gave up his best baseball years and went and served and was a fighter pilot. So yeah, Joe DiMaggio too. Give props.
That's
credit.
the point, because I've been hearing that all morning when I'm like, well, are you going to serve? And they're like, well, I have a career. I'm like, I don't know what that has to do with my question. I don't actually understand. Like, while the majority of the military is like me and was a poverty draft or a draft to get out of their situation indirectly, plenty of well-off people have put down their career when the Call of Duty came. And I don't mean the fucking video game. I mean the actual like spiritus call of the call of action. So if your only response to why are you not enlisting for a war you support is because I have a career, then all you're telling me flatly is you're a coward. You're fine with sacrificing other people's sons and daughters.
Yeah, 100%. It's the hypocrisy for me. Hello, Erica. Hey, friend. How are you? Good to see you.
I thought you were talking to me. I'm fine, thanks, Matt.
No.
I can't believe that US high schools have recruiters like coming into them in areas of high poverty.
Emma,
Like,
do you want to know where I got recruited? Do you want to know where I got recruited? So I was living in this little
Did you
shithole
just
town.
call me Emma?
No, I said Erica.
I thought you said
Do you
Emma.
want to-
I was like, okay.
Do you want to know? I got recruited in the weirdest fucking fashion. So I was living in this little fucking boondocks, middle of fast nowhere town in Pennsylvania. I had just moved back to the state after bouncing around the country for a while. My landlady thought I was dealing illicit substances, even though I was barely making rent and had to walk every day to the McDonald's I worked at. So she was evicting me, and a recruiter that came by there every day for lunch heard me outside smoking and talking to one of my coworkers about how I was being evicted. He's like, "So you're gonna be homeless?" I'm like, "Yeah, probably." He's like, "You want to join the army?" I'm like, "Fuck it, sure, yeah, fuck it."
Just like, okay, like cool. That'll be a thing to do.
I'll give you $20,000 and you won't be homeless, and that's how I wound up in the army. Like a lot of people were like, I joined for integrity or duty and patriotism. I'm like, I joined because it felt like a nice alternative to the street.
Matt, quick question. Did you ever get that $5,000 from that guy?
No, so weird, huh? Isn't
weird.
that crazy? Oh, it's crazy. But you know what I did get? You know what I did get though? I did get a nice little cash app from our friend Brooke. Thank you, Brooke. It just says appreciate you, and thank you, Brooke. I appreciate you. I sort of appreciate our friend S-Buds on over on the tube for the gifts with the jewels. That was very kind.
I also got $1 of appreciation from Brooke. I also appreciate Brooke. I also made a bet with a MAGA today that they ran away from. They kept saying that this morning happened because, and I quote, Iran boomed one of our bases in Iran. And I said to him, I'm like, I will give you $20 right now if you can show me a single U.S. base inside of Iran. And then they went on a teacup, and then they fell out of the box looking for this base that doesn't exist. Meanwhile, Mac in chat was like, what about Kuwait and Bahrain? I'm like, shockingly, those are not Iran either. They're both their own countries. In fact, in the instances of Kuwait, there's a whole other country between Kuwait and Iran.
Speaking of bets, Eric, the one and only, was up with our friend Erica Shanti, the other night. I think it was last night. Right after I hopped off, I was up with her for a little bit, and he hopped up just after I hopped off. Really strange how that was. Just very strange. And he was complaining because people in the chat, of course, were were zinging him about the bet, and then Eric asked him, he was like, "Hey, did you lose a bet to Matt?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, but he tricked me into a bet that he knew I couldn't win." I was like,
That is typically how as smart people bet. We don't bet unless we already know the answer.
I was like, did you just admit in front of like 1,200 people that you were so dumb that you took a bet and I was that much smarter than you? Also, if anyone goes back and watches the YouTube of that, oh, you like the voice, Wes? I've worked on that a little bit. If anyone goes back and watches the video of that happening, he is the one. I didn't make a bet. Like he's like, let's put money on it. Let's put money on it. So,
have you ever poked into mine and Erica's favorite thing to bring up to him, which is he crashes out every time you bring this up. It's why I try and get people to bring it up all the time whenever he's around. Just mention. I need you to remember this phrase, this question. Hey, Eric, are you still running crypto casinos for the homeless? He will crash out every time. Are you not familiar with this, Eric Lore, Matt?
I can't believe I've never told. I've asked Eric about this when he was up on here.
What?
He's gone round to houseless people in his community and taken their money to invest in crypto on their behalf.
He gets real mad if you refer to it as crypto casinos for the homeless. Like he gets real mad. It's really funny every time.
No way.
And by the way, he volunteered this information.
Oh my! Of course he did.
Because there's no way we could have found out about that otherwise. This is him volunteering information.
Do you want to know why he did it? He tried to resume flex against me about who does stuff for their community, and I, talked about like the actual practices that I do, and he's like, "Yeah, well, I've been helping homeless people grow their income by investing in cryptocurrency for them." I'm like, "You what?"
I was gonna say the next time he comes up, I'll have to bring this up with him, and of course he has not come back up since that happened. I had to chase him down on Brian Rundle's live a week later. So
ask him about Girls Gone Wild videos as well.
Erica and I could probably sit here for like 5 minutes and discuss weird shit he has said that makes him. That's just teaches how he's a horrible person.
I'm good. With that subject. I'd rather not know.
Yes.
No.
Oh, he is Googleable for his on-screen work, and I use the work and in quote marks.
Nope. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Good. Thank you.
Have you ever seen what he looks like?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Because
What if I turned Rizzo from the Muppets into a man?
Yeah, I would agree. I agree with that. Yeah, that's fair.
If you've ever seen a rat, then you've seen Eric.
I sometimes when I'm looking for somebody for the night, I will actually tell women that I voted for Kamala Harris because I found out if I tell them I voted for Trump, they won't sleep with me. Actual conversation I've had with a man.
Ridiculous. Well, guys, I don't know if we're gonna get any more Trump supporters over here. And I did say that I was gonna be done like close to an hour ago. So probably gonna say we're gonna wrap things up, I think.
How dare you, Matt, before we've even met on a paintball field. Like, you're running. You are running.
The paintball field. Not the paintball field. God damn it.
Everybody knows that it's not the paintball field for combat. It's Waffle House parking lot at 2 a.m. That is where you test your mettle. That is where there are no rules or laws. If you want to really show that you are a courageous individual, just walk into your average Waffle House parking lot at 2 a.m. and take all comers.
What do you think this is? John Stone and Thick? Like, come on now, come on. All right. Crow, I appreciate you, friend. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I'm going to take that graphic and I'm going to incorporate it now with all of our new Warhawk friends.
Like, that is ultimately what every Warhawk should be asked. Because if you're not willing to put your money where your fucking mouth is, then don't be a fucking Warhawk.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. W's for Crow. We appreciate you, my friend. I'm sorry. We'll have you heart to heart with someone else soon. I promise. Okay, man.
Later.
All right, bud. Your friend. Real quick before we wrap up, who is here? It's me.
Okay, I just have a quick question for Matt. Okay.
Yes.
So what letter comes after G?
In the alphabet?
Yes.
H.
Oh, I'm surprised you know it because you never pronounce it. All right, I just needed to ask that question.
Are we accent shaming now? Is that what we're doing?
What?
Are we accent shaming?
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing my show with Boston Brian all the fucking time. Okay? Then you won't accent shame me anymore.
I felt really bad that Brian got the ban when he was trying to defend me from a Trumper that kept talking over the top of me.
And that was a legit, that wasn't like a, this person, like, do you want to remove them? That was a hard, like, pop. I was like, holy shit. That one surprised me. I haven't seen that in a while.
To be fair, it's about time you got some accent shaming because I get it all the time.
It's true. It's true. Agreed. But that was so much fun. That was a great deal of fun with Brian. It was good to have a friendly neighbor. I know a couple of things we said went right over you guys' head for most of you, but that's fine. We've got let's see, we've got some friends on, and I would very much let's go. I was gonna say let's go to Doug because Doug is on. But Doug is doing, I'm just going to let you guys know, Doug is doing his health one, like seed oils, artificial sweeteners. So if you want to go to Doug, we love Doug. I would love for you guys go and hang with Doug, but I don't think he's doing political debates. But Hector is on. On this very last day of Black History Month, I'd very much like to go support Hector and Erica. They're on together. So if you go to Doug, love to go support Doug. I'm just letting you know he's not doing political debates. So please go support them. Give them the raid. Tell them we said hi. Obviously, we'll be back on Monday to talk more. Just a little something extra, something special for 3.5 hours with our friends who hopped on also spontaneously. So thank you to them. Please make sure that you're giving them extra support for taking extra time out of their day to be here with me to support you. You can find their links here in their bios, or if you're over on the tube, links down in the description. You can support them that way. And if you had a good time, if you were entertained, if you learned something, support our friends and follow them around these mean TikTok streets as they move from panel to panel and do work with our friends and whatnot. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for being here. We will see you back on Monday evening